will be the first official visit to this country by the Princess Sanakawa, and she will be the guest of various military installations, among them the local Marine base at Camp Henderson. Now, what has all this got to do with you, Sergeant? The Princess will be here at the end of the week. We're going to need an honor guard, and since you have the highest-ranking platoon at this time, I've decided we pick our honor guard from among your men.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
There are enough men in your outfit who own dress blue uniforms for the occasion?
Yes, sir. I'm sure of it.
Of course. I'm sure your men have enough pride to want to own a set.
Yes, sir.
Good. I want you to pick 4 of your best men, straight, sharp, and all Marine.
Aye, aye, sir.
With a platoon like yours, you probably can vouch for every single man in your outfit.
Yes, sir. I can vouch for every single man in my outfit.
Good.
That is, I can vouch for almost every single man in my outfit.
Heads, tails, and tails. And thank you for the contribution. Any more suckers?
Golly, Duke, you sure are lucky. Where'd you get all that luck? You must eat a whole lot of chickpeas on New Year's Eve.
Well, it's not only luck, Gomer. It's luck, good looks, intelligence, charm. Let me see, have I left anything out? Oh, yes, modesty.
I don't know about them other things, but you sure are lucky.
I'll take you on, Duke.
Gladly, Larry. You ready?
Yeah.
Shake 'em up.
Got him.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Heads, tails,
Tails. Tails. Heads. Tails. More?
yeah.
Okay.
Shake 'em up.
Ready?
Yeah.
Heads. Tails. Heads. Heads. Tails. Tails. Suddenly not so lucky, huh, Duke?
Hold on, what's happening here?
How you doing, Mr. Lucky?
Not so good all of a sudden. Put 'em up again, Larry.
All right.
Shake 'em up. Ready?
Yeah.
Tails, tails, and heads.
Not so good. That ain't bad. Golly, you got Lady Luck smiling at you all the time, hadn't you, Duke?
Let's go again.
Sure. Shake 'em up.
Got 'em.
You ready?
Yeah.
Heads,
Tails. Heads. Tails. Tails. And heads.
Wait a minute. Gomer,
What?
come here a minute, buddy.
What do you want?
Come here. Stand right here. Get 'em up again, Larry. Get 'em up.
All right.
Heads, tails, 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 and heads. That's it.
What's it?
You, Gomer, you're my good luck piece.
I'm your what?
You move away, I lose. You stand by my side, I win. You're my good luck charm. How about that?
Oh, gone, Duke.
I'm not kidding, Gomer. I don't know what it is, but you give off sparks. Vibrations come out of you.
Shazam! You reckon it's that new deodorant I've been using?
Guys, Sergeant's on his way.
Sure. I don't know what it is, but there's a peculiar atmosphere in here.
Could be me, Sergeant. We was just talking about it.
Forget it. All right, listen up. Now, battalion headquarters wants an honor guard to meet a special guest this week. How many of you jokers have got dress blues? Hands. That's it? You're kidding. Just 3 of you? I gotta have 4 men and they gotta have dress blues.
Sergeant?
Morrison, don't you have a set of dress blues?
I'm sorry, Sarge. I ordered a set some time ago, but I hadn't been able to get up the money to pick them up.
Boy, this is beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, I gotta go back to the colonel and say, sorry, sir. We can't make up the honor guard. We don't have a thing to wear. I know they're optional. You don't have to buy a dress blue uniform, but you think you'd have enough pride to want to own a set.
Sergeant.
Do you knuckleheads know what an honor this is to be picked for an honor guard? Huh? Do you? And we can't take it because only 3 of you have got dress blues.
Sergeant?
Well, you'd think with all the money you spend on dames and gambling and materialistic stuff, you'd think you could set aside $45, huh? A measly $45 for a set of dress blues.
Sergeant?
Boy, this is humiliating. It's downright humiliating.
Sergeant?
Pyle, what is it?
I'm getting a set of them there dress blues.
What?
I've already got them ordered and everything. I've saved all my money, and I'm supposed to pick them up Saturday morning. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
So you've got your 4 men now, Sergeant. This is your lucky day.
Pyle, knock it off. It's not just the dress blues. You got to be sharp on your manual of arms. And I've got a hunch that you are not sharp on your manual of arms. So forget it, Pyle. Just forget it.
What's this, Sergeant? Attention! Forward, arms. Order, arms. Inspection, arms. I was just cleaning it, Sergeant. That won't happen again. I guarantee you that. Don't you worry about a thing, Sergeant. It's gonna be all right.
You sure you can't get that set of dress blues?
I'm sure, Sarge. I'm broke.
Well, can't you get some money somewhere? Can't you put your hands on $45?
I sure doubt it.
No. No.
What house is that?
Sarge, you're gonna wear yourself out. Relax.
Relax. Relax, he says. There's a princess coming to this base on Saturday, and meeting her will be an honor guard, including one Private Gomer Pyle, who's liable to pull the bolt out of his rifle or drop it altogether. He might even walk up to her and say, "Hi, ma'am. Hi, y'all." Gomer says, "Hey, relax."
So tell him he can't be in it. What's the big problem?
The problem is I promised the colonel 4 men all wearing dress blues. He's the only other guy with a uniform, so I may have to use him.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
I do not. Now, what I gotta do is I gotta get another guy for the honor guard, and I gotta buy him a uniform. Nick, are you sure that you don't have...
asked me, Sarge. I'm broke.
Broke. Broke. Everybody's broke. It would have to be the end of the month. Well, we gotta scare up $45 by Saturday. So you and me are going on a little hunting expedition.
Oh, let's start.
Yeah, get everything you can get. Dollars, quarters, beg on the streets for pennies if you have to. We need $45 to buy Morrison his uniform.
Well, listen, Sarge, maybe
I
if
do
you-
not want Gomer Pyle in this honor guard. Do you understand? Well, he can foul up. He can foul up something terrible. He could accidentally shoot that princess and start a war.
Come on, Sarge. Now, look.
Come in.
Hey, Sergeant.
What do you want, Pyle?
Well, after you left the barracks this morning, I got to thinking that you might be worried how I'm doing that there honor guard, so I just come by here to set your mind at ease.
Yeah?
Uh-huh, watch this. I've been practicing and practicing. Attention! Forward, arms. Order, arms. Present, arms. I'll keep practicing. How's that happen? Never happened before. Sorry, Sergeant.
Get the money, get the money.
Come on, Gomer, why won't you?
I told you, Duke, I want to stay here and practice my manual arms. Besides, I ain't sure I rightly approve of what you're about to do.
Well, what's so terrible? All you gotta do is stand by my side all the time I'm shooting craps. You're my good luck charm. You'll help me win.
Well, I don't think I approve. Winning's from gambling's ill-gotten gains.
Come on, Gome.
I can't, Duke. Besides, there's this princess that's coming to visit all the way from the old country. And I want to look real good in that there honor guard. Watch this.
Oh.
Attention. Right shoulder, arm. Right face. Sorry, Duke. I'm truly sorry.
It's all right, Gome.
Golly, did I hurt you?
Not as much as you hurt me if you don't come in town with me.
Gosh, I feel as if I owe it to you now.
Will you, please, huh?
Well,
Attaboy, Gomer, you're a real buddy.
well, I want to get back in time to practice some more.
Oh, you will.
I don't want to stay out too late.
We won't.
I don't rightly approve.
I know.
Still got in game.
Right, ill-gotten gains.
Eight, the point is 6. 5, the point is 6. The shooter wants 6. 4, the shooter wants 6.
Coming for 3.
7 out the line. Next shooter.
Hand me those devil's bones and stand back. Be good to me, little ivory babies. Oh, I almost forgot. My good luck charm, fellas.
All right. What are you shooting?
Shoot the 20.
$20. You paid it. Let him roll. 5. 5 is the number.
Little Phoebe, keep me loose. Come on, 3, catch a deuce.
5 right. The line.
Shall we all go for another ride, fellas?
What are you shooting this
Yeah,
time?
all go. Shoot the works.
Shoot 40. You paid it.
Just a little insurance.
Yeah! 7, a winner.
A little gift from heaven. Who's hot now, fellas, huh? Shoot it all. Let's go. You're so good to me, baby. Here we go.
Yeah! 6, the shooter wants 6.
6. Is that all right, fellas? Here we go.
Yeah! 5, 6 is the number. The shooter wants 6.
Come on, 6.
7 and out.
No.
Next shooter.
Gomer, what happened? Where'd you go?
Well, I got bored over there just watching, so I come over here and was practicing my manual arms.
That's great. You know what happened while you were here practicing? I lost everything.
You didn't.
I did, Gomer. I blew the whole roll. You were supposed to stick by me, bring me luck.
Well, I'm sorry, dude.
A lot of good that does me. You got any money?
Well, yeah, but
How much you got, Gomer?
Well, I got $45.
Let me have it, will you, Gomer? Please, let me have it.
Well, I couldn't do that, Duke. That's the money from a dress blues, and I'm supposed to pick them up in the morning.
I'll double it. I guarantee it. I'll win you enough to buy 2 sets of dress blues.
Well, I don't know, Duke.
Come on, Gomer. It's the least you can do. You walked away and broke the spell.
Well...
You admit you walked away and broke the spell, don't you? I was winning all the time you were standing there. The minute you walked away, boom, I lost.
Well...
Come on, Gomer. It's a sure thing. You're my lucky partner.
Well, what makes you so sure you don't win?
How can I lose with Lucky Boy by my side?
Well...
Come on, Gomer.
I'm not sure I rightly approve of this. Ill-gotten gains is what it is. That's my dress blues money.
$20.
Well, watch it grow, Lucky Boy. Now stick by me this time. Come on, Gomer.
9 is the number. The shooter wants 9. 7 away. Next shooter. And we got a fresh young shooter. What are you shooting, kid?
Shooting the whole 45.
45 goes. You faded.
Ha!
4. The number is 4.
Little Joe from Kokomo, give him a shake and away they go!
7, you're out.
No!
What happened, Duke? What happened? The money from my dress blues. It's gone. It's gone. The money from my dress blues is gone.
Gomer, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
All the money that I'd saved up. Now I won't be able to get my dress blues. But you know what the worst part is? I'll tell you what the worst part is. Tomorrow I've got to tell Sergeant Carter that I can't be in that honor guard to meet that princess.
Gomer.
He's gonna be so disappointed, Duke. Can you imagine how disappointed he's gonna be when I tell him I can't be in that there honor guard?
No. I'm not going to have Pyle on the honor guard.
Sarge, face it. You don't have enough money to swing it. You need $45 for a uniform for Morrison. Count it. You only got about 15.
That's all we could rake up? $15? Just $15?
Yeah, 15 and a quarter.
Nick, we can't quit now. We got to get another $30.
We hit almost everybody on the base. They're all tapped out.
Well, there must be somebody somewhere. Hey, what about your folks? Send them a telegram. Tell them you need an operation.
Vince.
I gotta keep Pyle off that honor guard. Don't you understand?
Well, I wasn't going to suggest it, but I think I know where you can get some dough real fast.
You know? Well, what have you been keeping so quiet about? Where, huh? Where? Talk!
Well, there's a big crap game in town tonight.
A crap game?
Right.
You want me to go to a gambling joint and shoot crap, a platoon sergeant?
There you go as a civilian.
Shoot crap with strangers? Do you realize how desperate I'd have to be to do that?
Well?
I'm pretty desperate. Where's the game?
Fine, the shooter wants 8.
Come on, baby, be there.
Craps. 12, the shooter wants 8.
Okay, buddy.
Take it easy, Fatso. You in a rush?
Look, who are you calling fatso?
You, Banjo Eyes. You want to make something out of it?
Why, you...
Oh, the big bad civilian here is going to hit me. I'm scared.
All right, come on, shoot him. 7 away. Next shooter.
All right, have fun, civilian. Dad give you the car tonight?
Shoot the bundle.
How much is the bundle?
$15.25.
Okay, you faded.
Come on, guys. Come on. Boom!
7. Winner.
Let's see. How much is that? That's $30.50, huh?
All right, how much are you shooting now?
I'll shoot $14.50.
Okay, you faded.
Come on, dice. Boom!
E11.
Pass!
What do you shoot this time?
Nothing. I got all I need. Thanks a lot, fellas.
Well, so long, sport. Now you can buy that erector set.
42, 43, 44, 45. Exactly enough for one set of dress blues. Did you tell Morrison I have a little present for him?
Yeah, he'll be here as soon as he gets off our work detail.
Well, Nick, this ought to be a lesson to you. For a while there, we thought we were going to be stuck with Pyle and the honor guard. But fate had other plans. It's always darkest before the dawn. Every cloud has a silver lining, and hope springs eternal in the human breast. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. You got bailed out by a crap game.
Now comes the most satisfying part.
What's that?
Telling Pyle he's not going to be in the honor guard. For a while there, I was stuck. I had no choice. But now, because of... I do have a choice, and I'm going to tell him.
He's going to be disappointed.
Well, as they say on the playgrounds, tough noogies.
Hard-hearted man, Vince.
That's right. I got a hard heart and a hard head to match. You want me to take a chance and have Pyle goof up an official visit? Well, I don't. So I'm going over there right now and tell him, Pyle, you're out. O-U-T. Out.
Come in.
Well, Pyle, I was just on my way over to see you.
Can I talk to you a minute, Sergeant?
Well, sure. First, you talk to me, then I will talk to you. Go.
I don't quite know how to tell you this, but 'cause you ain't gonna like hearing it no better than I like telling it.
Well, let's hear it.
And I wouldn't blame you for being mad on account of it's bound to be disappointing news.
Let's hear it.
Fact is, I was gonna sit down and write you a letter just so's I wouldn't have to face you.
Pyle!
Well, here it is, and I hope you'll forgive me for it. I can't be in that there honor guard.
What did you say?
You hate me, don't you, Sergeant? Admit it. You hate me for ruining all your plans. You thought I was going to be in that there honor guard, and here at the last minute I tell you I can't? Well, you just go on and hate me, 'cause I sure feel like a hateful thing. But I don't have the money to buy the uniform.
But you told me you had the money.
This is the most painful part of all coming up. I had it, but I lost it.
You lost it?
I've done a terrible thing, Sergeant. It got lost shooting with craps.
What?
That's right. I don't know what come over Big Reed, I expect. But anyways, it got lost in a game of craps.
You got in a crap game and lost your money?
The dice was supposed to roll up to number 4. That's little old Phoebe from Kokomo. That's crap talk. And it didn't come up, so I lost.
Pyle, you mean you took the money that you had saved up for your dress blues and you blew it in a crap game? Is that what you're saying?
I don't mind so much about me, Sergeant, but you. What are you going to do for the fourth man for that honor guard? You was counting on me. What's going to happen now?
Well, I'll think of something.
And I was doing real good, too, Sergeant. You'd been real proud of me. I'd just been practicing my manual arms. I could even do it in my sleep. Every spare minute I had, I was doing it. You'd been real proud of me because I was doing it right. Tell you the truth, Sergeant, that's the reason I was so anxious to get an honor guard. Just wanted to make you proud of me.
All right, pal. Get back to your quarters.
Right, Sergeant. When I come in, you said there was something you wanted to talk to me about.
Nothing. Nothing important. You can wait.
Right, Sergeant.
Well, you don't kick a guy when he's down.
I didn't say anything.
And I'll tell you something else. He didn't lose that money in a crap game. He didn't even know how to shoot craps. He was covering. That's what he was doing. He's covering for some creep that conned him out of his dough.
Well, what are you going to do?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do? I got the money for the dress blues, haven't I? Pyle may not have the money, but I got it. So there are gonna be 4 men in the honor guard, all wearing dress blues, just like it was planned from the beginning. What am I gonna do?
Well, I was just wondering.
Well, stop wondering. There's no problem. Come in!
Hi, Sergeant. Corporal said you had a present for me. Money for a set of dress blues to wear in the honor guard.
A present? A present? What is this, your birthday? Christmas? Where do you get off coming in here asking for a present? A present? I'll give you a present. I'll give you 100 push-ups to do. Get out of here, you mooch.
But, Sergeant, I was...
Get out of here. Move. Well, what are you just sitting there for? Go get Pyle. Go get him. He's got to pick up his uniform. Whatever you're thinking, shut up.
Never forget what a nice thing it is you done for me, lending me the money so I could get my uniform.
It's okay, Pyle.
Nice. I don't see how I can ever thank you.
You did, Pyle, you did. Last night and this morning, and I got your letter, too.
I swear, every time I think about it, I want to just puddle up.
Well, don't, Pyle. There's nothing that looks worse in an honor guard than a Marine who's been crying.
What a nice thing. You're going to make a wonderful father.
Swell.
So once again, thank you.
It's okay, Pyle. Now, look, the visiting party's going to be here any minute. I want you to play it cool and steady.
Don't you worry, Sergeant. I'll never disappoint the man that made all this possible for me.
Good. Just listen for every command and execute it with precision.
Check and double check.
Don't panic. Don't be nervous. Just play it cool and steady. Steady and cool.
Done and done.
Here they come. Remember, cool and steady. Detail! Head! Halt! Sergeant Carter reporting his order, sir.
Eddie, Sergeant. I have a little favor I'd like to ask you.
Yes, sir.
My daughter Janice is coming home from college this weekend for a visit.
Yes, sir. I remember she was here last year at this time.
Well, she's been working awfully hard at school, and Mrs. Gray and I think that while she's here, she ought to relax and have some fun.
Yes, sir.
That's why I've been looking around trying to find a suitable escort.
An escort? Oh, yes, sir. I understand.
I wanted to be with someone reliable, dependable, trustworthy.
I understand, sir.
That's why I came to your platoon for the man I want, Gomer Pyle. He and Janice met at a service club dance last year, and they seemed to get along very well.
I see.
Of course, I only met him casually, and I'd like to know a little more about him. What's he like socially?
Socially, sir? Pyle? Well, socially, there really isn't much to say about Pyle, socially.
No, what I mean is, Sergeant, how does he spend his time away from the base? What does he do on a Saturday night?
Well, sir, Pyle's idea of a big Saturday night is going to the movies, maybe having a root beer float at the soda shop, watching the fountain light up in the park, and then straight home.
I see. You might call it rather dull.
Dull, yes, sir. I'd say dull. Dull.
Good, he's perfect.
Sir?
Well, these things might seem dull to you, Sergeant, but they sound nice and safe to a father.
I don't understand, sir.
Well, it may seem a little old-fashioned, Sergeant, but the way youngsters behave nowadays, the situations they're exposed to, a parent can't be too careful. Yes, I feel much better knowing that Janice is in good hands. Gomer Pyle it is. Would you ask him if he'd do me this favor?
Yes, sir. I'll take care of everything. Pyle will be there. You don't want to go? Is that what you said?
Golly, Sergeant, a pretty girl like Miss Janice, who's used to all kinds of big time, she might not enjoy my company.
That's very true. But the fact is, the colonel asked for you specifically, and I'm here to see that nothing gets fouled up. Now, what have you got planned for Saturday night?
Well, nothing much, really. I just thought I'd take in a movie.
Okay. What else have you got in mind?
Well, then I'll probably just walk over to the soda shop and maybe down to the tattoo parlor and see some needlework and then home.
Swell, Pyle. Only forget the needlework. Let's not expose the colonel's daughter to bare arms.
You really think she'll have a good time, Sergeant?
Do I think so personally? No. I think she'll have a dull time. Dull. That's what the colonel wants. Nice, safe company for his daughter.
Well, Sergeant?
And safe means no holding hands, no walking in the moonlight, no park benches, no necking, no parking, no nothing.
Right, Sergeant.
Have a good time.
Good evening, sir. Gomer Pyle.
Of course, Pyle. Come right in.
Thank you, sir.
Marcia, you remember Gomer Pyle.
Yes, of course. It's nice to see you again, Gomer. Please sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Janice will be ready in a moment.
I sure hope I didn't get here too early.
No, it'll give us a chance to chat for a few minutes. What were your plans for the evening, Pyle?
Well, sir, I thought we'd start out with a movie.
A movie? Well, that's always a nice way to spend Saturday night.
Oh, yes, especially for you boys. With all the marching and hiking you do, it gives you a chance to rest your feet.
Well, the marching and hiking don't bother me none, Miss Gray. You see, I always wear 2 pairs of sweat socks.
Oh, you do?
Yes, ma'am. And before I start out, I always make it a point to douse my boots with foot powder. That way I can just keep going all day.
Oh, I see.
And then what, Pyle, after the movie?
Well, I thought we'd stroll over to J.J. Peters for a hot fudge sundae. They got the best hot fudge sundaes there. Do you like hot fudge sundaes, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
Well, you ought to try these. They use that low-cal ice cream, so you don't have to worry about it going to fat.
And after the Sunday, Pyle?
Well, that's it. Home.
Good. Sounds fine. Well, here's our little girl.
Hello, Gomer.
Hey, ma'am.
It's nice to see you again. I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Oh, no, ma'am. I was having a nice chat with your folks.
Oh, good.
These are for you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, Gomer.
I hope you don't have any allergies, do you?
I hope not.
There was this girl back home, and every time I brought her flowers, she'd just bust out in the hives.
Oh.
What I finally did, though, was every time I'd bring her flowers, I'd just bring along a bottle of calamine lotion.
Well, I guess you kids want to be going.
Yes. Here, Mom. Come on, Gomer.
The sooner you get there, the sooner you'll be back. Now, let's see. The movie should break around 10, and you say you're going to stop for a Sunday. So we should be looking for you around 11. 11:15 at the latest.
Oh, well, darling, since it's Saturday night, perhaps they'd like to stay out a bit later.
Oh, well...
No. Gomer's already made his plans, and it's not for us to interfere. Now, Gomer, you'll be using Mrs. Gray's car. I'm sure you'll drive carefully.
Oh, I will. And don't you worry, Miss Gray. I'll take off real nice and easy, and that way I won't foul up your plugs or gunk up your valves.
Thank you, Gomer. Well, now you go along, enjoy yourselves. Have fun.
Yes, careful fun. Oh, incidentally, Pyle, here's our phone number. If you think of it, you might want to phone us after the movie.
Oh, now, Daddy, we'll be all right.
I know, dear, but your mother is such a worrier.
Now, Ed, you know you do all the worrying.
Well, there's no sense in anybody worrying. Worrying causes warts, and they sure wouldn't look nice on you, ma'am. So if it'll set your mind at ease, I'd be happy to call. Good night, sir. Good night, ma'am.
Good night,
Good
Pyle.
night. Good night,
Janice.
dear. Have fun.
Sure was nice of your mother to lend us the car. The bus is okay, but you don't always get to sit together, and sometimes there's chewing gum on the seats.
Gomer, may I have the keys?
Huh?
Would you mind if I drove?
Well,
I hardly ever get a chance to drive, and it'd be fun.
well, I guess it's all right. You don't think your daddy will mind, do you?
No, I'm sure it'd be all right, Gomer. Just give me the keys.
Well, if you hadn't driven for a long time, you better kind of take it easy.
Are you all right, Gomer?
I'll be fine, Miss Jenny, as soon as I catch up with my stomach. Wait a minute, this is not the movie house.
I know.
The Way Out of Go-Go Club. What are we doing here?
We're going dancing. Come on.
But, Miss Jenny,
Come on.
dancing? We're supposed to go to the movie.
Oh, Gomer, you don't want to go to a dull movie, do you?
But, Miss Janice, we made plans.
I know, but I've heard so much about these go-go clubs, and I've just been dying to see what they're really like. Can't we please go in?
Miss Janice?
Look, Gomer, I don't get a chance to have too much fun. I work pretty hard at school all semester, so when I'm home, I like to relax and really enjoy myself.
But we sure are going to look out of place according to the way the rest of those folks are dressed.
Oh, no, we're not.
Huh? What Miss Janice? Miss Janice?
If you're going to do something, you might as well do it right.
Oh, golly, golly, golly. wait till you hear.
Pyle, what are you doing here? Why haven't you picked up the colonel's daughter? You know what time it is?
I did pick her up, Sergeant.
Then where is she? You're supposed to be at the movies.
I know, but it's just terrible awful. You'll never believe what happened.
What? What happened?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Sergeant, but I can't find her.
You can't find her? Where did you leave her?
Well, we didn't go to the movies. Instead, we went to this go-go club.
A go-go club?
Uh-huh. And we was out there dancing, and next thing I knew, she wasn't there. She's lost, Sergeant. Colonel's daughter.
From a court-martial, and that's the truth. Now get on here and talk.
But, Sergeant...
No buts, Pyle.
I still think it's only going to make matters worse. Hello? Colonel Gray? This is PFC Pyle. I'm calling like I said I would. Well, bye.
Wait a minute, Pyle. Where are you?
Where am I? Oh, well, I'm right here in the phone booth.
Yes. Well, where's the phone?
Where's the phone? Well, it's right here in the booth.
You're in the movie lobby. The lobby, Pyle. What's the matter with you?
And what is all that noise I hear?
Noise? Oh, well, that's Sergeant Carter. You want to talk to him?
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
Sergeant, I didn't know you were part of the date.
Oh, well, I just happened to run into Gomer and Janice in the movie. It was just a happy coincidence, sir.
Get out of here! Get out of here and stay on!
What's all that, Carter? Is anything wrong?
Oh, no, sir. An usher just happened to catch somebody smoking, and he's asking him to put it out.
Sergeant. Miss Janice!
Well, Sergeant, now I can really feel secure knowing that both you and Gomer are looking after Janice.
Oh, yes, sir. We won't let her out of our sight for a second, sir.
Miss Janice.
Oh, Gomer, I've looked everywhere. Where were you? I met some of the nicest people.
Well, I was with Sergeant Carter, and we was looking for you. Miss Janice, I think we better be getting you home.
Oh, not now, Gomer. They're having a bash, and we're invited.
A bash? Where?
You take our car and follow us.
But, Miss Janice, you better wait a minute.
It's on High Point Street, Eddie's Path.
Where is she, Pyle? Where is she?
You just missed her, Sergeant, and she's on her way to Eddie's pad.
Eddie's pad? What's that?
I don't know, but there's a bash, and we're invited.
Oh, you idiot. What did you let her get away for?
Well, I tried to stop her, Sergeant. Sergeant, what's a bash?
You don't know? Like to bash someone's head in. I'll show you later. Come on, in the car.
That was Miss Janice, all right, Sergeant.
Come on, let's go before we lose her again.
I'm warning you kids for the last time. You cut out this racket or I'm calling the police, you hear? And I'm not going to tell you again. Now, you going in there, two servicemen? Shame on you. Here we people pay taxes just to send you to wild parties. Disgraceful, that's what it is. Disgraceful. I'm going to write a letter to my congressman tomorrow. Now, you see if I don't.
Well, no, ma'am.
Come on.
And I'll write a letter to the Times, too.
Where is she, Pyle? Do you see her?
It's too crowded here, Sergeant. I'll go over here and look this way.
Hey, man, what's happening?
Hey there.
Look, man, I'm going into the service in about a week, and I was wondering if you could tell me the ins and outs.
Ins and outs?
Yeah, like once you get in, you don't like it. How do you get out?
You don't. Once you get in, you... Excuse me, I gotta find somebody.
Hey, wait a second, man. Did they ever give you a chance to blow your mind by yourself, or do you gotta groove with the whole scene at once, man?
Say what?
Sit down and think things out. Like I'm still trying to figure out who I am. Sometimes I have trouble identifying.
Oh, well, there's no worry there. Once you get in, they give you a set of dog tags with your name on them. So if you ever forget, all you gotta do is take a look. Now, we got to go.
Hey, wait a second, man. One more thing. I'm gonna be going into a strange environment, so to speak. A lot of cooks and weirdos, right? Am I gonna have trouble communicating?
Not if you keep your mouth shut. Excuse me. Miss Janice! Sergeant?
Huh? At last. Well, she's coming with us right now. Excuse me. Miss Gray, I hate to butt in like this, but I think we ought to be getting you home now.
Home? Oh, but Sergeant, we just got here. Do we have to go right now?
Well, your father's expecting you, and I don't like to disappoint him, so if you don't mind...
Look, Sarge, she don't want to go, and besides, we haven't finished our dance. Come on, Janice.
Look, pal, you don't understand. She has to be home at a certain time. Come on, Janice.
Sarge, it's Saturday night, man. Look alive.
That's what I'm trying to do. Come on, Janice. Come on.
All right, everybody, hold it. Quiet now. Stay right where you are.
You see, officer, didn't I tell you? It's a brawl. Oh, I'm going to write to the Times about this.
That's a straight dope, officer, from beginning to end.
Well, I didn't think it was anything serious, but we still had to break it up. I believe your story, Sergeant. Yes. What's that? Oh, all right. Send him back here. The question is, Sergeant, will he believe it?
He?
Janet, darling, what happened? Are you all right? I'm okay, Dad. Oh.
I think I'll leave you people here alone. You probably have quite a bit to talk over.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thanks very much for your supervision. If that's the sort of work you've been doing with your platoon, maybe a change of scenery would help. Perhaps a cooler climate would help make you more alert, like, say, the Aleutians.
But, sir...
Wait a minute, sir. I accept full responsibility for everything that's happened this evening. I know I told you I was taking Miss Janice to the movies, but we just never did get there. So I stand here looking for the worst kind of punishment you can deal out, because I know I deserve it.
Well, you certainly do, Gomer. You were a very poor choice indeed for a date with our daughter.
Excuse me, ma'am, sir. If anyone's responsible for this, it's me. I was put in charge of the arrangements for this date, and if there was a foul-up, well, I'm the one that should be held responsible.
You certainly should, Sergeant.
No, wait a minute. Whatever happened tonight is all my doing. I wanted to see what one of those go-go clubs was like, and now I know. So if anybody's to blame, it's me.
Well, I think you're right, Janice. You started it all. This whole embarrassing situation is your fault.
That's what I just
Wait a minute. Now that I've heard each one of you insist on taking the blame, I'll tell you who I really think is to blame. Me.
You, sir?
Yes. I think maybe I'd better start giving my daughter the opportunity to take care of herself. I guess she should have the privilege of finding her own answers, like all youngsters. So if we're going to get to the root of this whole thing, you might say it was all my fault.
You know, Ed, I think you're right. It is your fault.
Are you sure this time?
Well, you have been a bit overprotective, you know.
I know. I'm sorry I tried to take over your evening for you, Pyle. Sergeant, I'm sorry I turned you into a chaperone. And Janice, I won't be auditioning any more of your dates. From now on, you're on your own. Well, now tell us about this Go-Go Club. Was it fun?
It sounds horrid.
No, it's really something to see. It's fascinating.
What happens at these places?
Well, they just sort of get out on the floor and go.
Go?
It's kind of hard to describe. You see, Gomer, show Daddy.
Oh, no, Miss Janice. I don't think I better.
Oh, come on, Gomer.
Show us, Pyle.
Well, sir, I'm just a beginner, but go something like this. Sure was nice being with you, Miss Janice, even with all the excitement.
Thanks, Gomer. I do hope I see you again soon. Bye.
We'll get your car back to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Boy, am I glad this night is over, Pyle. And I'll tell you something. Maybe the colonel was willing to say it was his fault, but I still say if you weren't such a knucklehead, nothing would have happened.
But, Sergeant...
No but, Sergeant. You know what your problem is, Pyle? You can't stand up to nobody or nothing. When that girl steered you into that go-go joint, colonel's daughter or no colonel's daughter, you should have put your foot down.
Well, Sergeant, I tried.
You hear me, Pyle? You should have put your foot down.
Right, Sergeant.
Hi, Sergeant. Would you be nice enough to give us a lift?
Well, I don't...
thank you.
Very nice, Sergeant. Very nice. A gang of ruffians with a Marine sergeant at the wheel. Oh, I'll write a letter to the Times about this.
I guess you should put your foot down, huh, Sergeant?
Cut! You people are supposed to be ready for battalion commander's inspection. Are you ready?
Yes, sir!
I don't think you're ready. You say you are.
Yes, sir!
In other words, you're calling me a liar. Is that it?
No, sir!
Well, let's just see who's calling me a liar. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Pyle, you.
Sir?
You call me a liar.
No, sir.
Yes, you did.
No, sir. Spit on my finger and hope to die if I'd call you that.
Your bunk is not tucked proper. That means you're not ready. You said you were. You're the liar.
Well, I reckon I'm a bad bunk tucker, but I ain't a liar.
I don't have time to fool with you, boy. Now, you get that bunk squared away and you shape up.
Yes, sir.
Do I make myself clear to you?
Well, not when you get this close. You get kind of fuzzy.
Knock it off. Move. Now, you people, listen up. The efficiency ratings have just been posted. For the second straight week, this platoon has been beaten by Sergeant Whipple's platoon. Now, I don't like that. Do you like that?
No, sir!
I can't hear you!
No, sir!
All right. And you people better settle down. And you better boost those efficiency ratings. Pyle, what do you think you're doing now?
Sir?
I told you to straighten this bunk.
Yes, sir.
But you'd rather look out the window.
No, sir.
Your attention is in here, boy. There is nothing outside that window, you understand?
Well, sir.
Nothing, is that clear? Nothing?
Yes, sir. Nothing. Nothing except Sergeant Whipple messing up our company area.
Why, the dirty... Whipple, you rat, I'll get you for this! Everybody outside on the double. Police that area. Move, 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 move.
You see, sir, there was something out there.
Outside. Move, 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 move. Every piece. Every piece. Strap it up. Every piece. Every piece. Fall in.
Good morning, sir.
Little last-minute policing, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Cuts it kind of close, doesn't it, for inspection?
Yes, sir.
Carry on.
Now you know how it is. Even when you do it right, somebody tries to foul you up and foul up your inspection. Well, after this inspection, we are going on a little hike. We are going on the same hike that Sergeant Whipple took his platoon yesterday. But we are going to beat Sergeant Whipple. We are going to beat his platoon. Is that clear? Yes, sir! I can't hear you! Yes, sir!
Sir,
What do you want?
how come you didn't tell the colonel that Sergeant Whipple tried to mess up your inspection?
You're at attention.
Yeah, I'd have told him.
Kyle, we don't do things like that here. We don't tell.
But it wasn't your fault.
Pyle.
It was Sergeant Whipple.
Pyle.
Hey, fine.
Boy, I'm tired already. We haven't even started yet.
Probably gonna double time us all the way just to beat Sergeant Whipple.
That Sergeant Whipple's a creep, you know that?
They're all creeps. What about our DI? Ain't he a creep?
Sergeant Carter? You ought not talk that way about Sergeant Carter.
Why, do you love him so much?
No, I don't love him. I like him, but don't love him.
But you like him.
Uh-huh. I expect his mom and daddy love him. I just like him.
Gomer, Sergeant Carter don't have a mommy and daddy. He was raised by werewolves.
That ain't very nice to say.
Do you know he has holes cut in the brim of his hat for his ears to stick through?
You hush. That ain't nice.
All right, all right. Have it your way. He's a great guy, and you love him.
I didn't say that. I like him. I like him a whole lot, but I just don't love him.
Falling! Leg! Head! 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 Head!
I just love it when he sings out that there cadence call, don't you?
No. You love him, don't you, Gomer?
No, I love his cadence. Don't love him. I like him.
All right.
Double time! Hey!
You like him now, too, Gomer?
Uh-huh. But don't love him.
Hold it! What's the matter? Who told him to stop?
There's a snake in the middle of the road, Sergeant. Looks like a rattler.
That's a rattler, all right. All right, you people, stand back.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have to do that.
What?
That ain't a rattler, that's a king snake.
Yeah, well, I ain't got time to prove it.
Please, sir, wait a minute.
Pyle, what are you doing?
It's okay, sir.
Pyle, you idiot! Drop it! Drop it!
Just a little old king snake, like I said.
Pyle, are you crazy?
King snakes ain't poisonous. See? He ain't got no teeth. He kills by constricting. And then he only kills other snakes, not folks.
Pyle!
Look at him grin. Rattlesnakes don't never grin. Hey there, Mr. King Snake.
Pyle, get rid of it!
Yes, sir. Go on, boy. Go on now. You're holding up the United States Marine Corps. Bye-bye. Say hey to Miss King.
Pyle, are you crazy picking up a snake?
Well, not all of them are poisonous. If you ever get bit by a poisonous snake, what'll happen is you'll get paralyzed, and then you'll have trouble breathing, and you'll turn blue, and 10 or 15 minutes later, you'll be dead. That's how you'll know if they're poisonous.
Thanks. I'll remember that. All right, the rest of you people fall out. It's a 5-minute break.
Gomer, how come you know so much about snakes?
Well, back home, you get to where you know all kinds of animals. Get to where you can recognize them, too, and understand their talk.
Their talk? Animals talk?
Sure, didn't you know that?
Which ones?
All of them. Didn't you ever hear a chipmunk talk?
Oh, not back in Milwaukee.
You think I'm fooling, don't you? Well, I tell you, I'm not.
Hey, what's that?
It's a skunk, that's what it is.
A skunk! Hey, don't run. He ain't gonna hurt you. Come here, boy. Come here. Here, I got something for you. It's a little piece of bread I was saving for that empty spell about 10 o'clock, but you can have it. Come on. Come on. Lord, he looks just like my Uncle Ralph. Come here, boy. Come on. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on here. Come here, boy. Come on here. Come on. Come on here. Yes, sir. See there, fellers? He wants to be friendly. Most animals do if you give them a chance. Say hey to the fellers, Ralph.
That is a skunk, isn't it, Gone?
Sure is, but he ain't much different than a weasel or a mink.
Yeah, except he's got a secret weapon.
Hey, how come he doesn't smell, Gomer? Aren't they supposed to smell?
You city folks. That smell is used to protect themselves whenever they're being attacked or when somebody hollers at them.
You mean if I raise my voice like this, he might...
Duke, hold it down. You'll scare Ralph and he'll attack.
All right, let's get those packs on. Let's saddle up. Come on, what's going on here? What is this, a party or something? What? Pyle, get rid of this stuff. Get rid of it.
Sir, please hold it down.
I said get rid of it.
Sir, you got to hold it down. Hollering scares him, and when he's scared, he's liable to attack and give off an odor.
All right. But get rid of him. Understand?
Yes, sir. Bye, Ralph.
All right, the rest of you men.
The rest of you men fall in. On the double. On the double. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, we did not beat Sergeant Whipple's time on that hike this afternoon. And I think I know why we did not beat Sergeant Whipple's time. It is because we've got an animal lover in our group. That is why we did not beat Sergeant Whipple's time.
I'm sorry, sir.
You're not half as sorry as you're gonna be. Now, you people, listen up. I want extra points on that inspection tomorrow. I want this place cleaned and squared away like it's never been done. I want you to sweep, swab down. I want you to dust between the springs, over the side of the bulkhead. I want this place spotless. I want no excuses, no alibis.
It's Ralph. Hey, Ralph.
Who did you say that was?
Ralph?
Ralph?
I named him that on account of he looks like my Uncle Ralph, especially around the eyes. I expect he followed us back from that hike we was on, Sergeant.
Get rid of him, you hear me?
Sir?
I said get rid of him.
Yes, sir, but how?
I don't care how, just...
Shh. Remember, hollering scares them, and then they you-know-what.
All right. Just get rid of it. I don't care how or where. I'm not gonna get stuck with a skunk in my platoon. Out! Out!
Come on, Ralph. It's time for you to go back where you belong. We got this inspection tomorrow, and you just get in the way around here.
A skunk. A skunk in my platoon. And on top of that, I get stuck with an idiot that talks to skunks.
Okay, Sergeant. I set him outside and pointed him in the right direction. He's gone now. He won't bother you no more. I'm sure sorry.
All right, now you people listen up. On that inspection tomorrow, I want every man...
Told him to go on home. Clara don't know how to get rid of him.
I do. Corporal, There's an empty ammo box in my duty hut. Go get it.
Right, Sergeant.
I headed him in the right direction, but he turned just right around. Go on, Ralph. Go on, Ralph. I don't know why he's taking such a fancy to me.
Maybe he is your Uncle Ralph.
I'm sure sorry about this, Sergeant, but animals always did just naturally take to me. Wish I knew what we could do with the little feller.
Don't worry. Put him in here.
Yes, sir. Are you gonna keep him in that there box?
Not for long. Any of you people want to take this out back and do a little target practice? Huh? I didn't think so. I'll have to do it myself.
Sir? You ain't actually... you're not gonna...
What do you suggest? You want him here for the inspection? You want the colonel to see him? What am I supposed to say? Sir, this is Private Ralph Skunk, the ugliest recruit in the service? Huh?
But you ain't gonna really shoot him, are you?
Pyle, this animal is getting in the way of the program. He's interfering with me. I've got to get rid of him. Is that clear? Is that clear to all you knuckleheads?
Yes, sir!
Now get squared away. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, you still like him? I know you don't love him, but do you still like him?
No, can't you see it feels bad enough?
Just don't see how he could do it. Kill a defenseless little animal like that.
Are you kidding? He enjoys it. Probably pulled wings off of flies when he was a kid.
Just don't see how. Just don't see.
Morning, Gomer. Better start getting your gear squared away.
Ten, hut!
Sir?
Yeah?
Did you really actually shoot him?
Right between the eyes. I don't miss. Now, you people listen up. About that inspection tomorrow. Every man here has his responsibility. Every man here has his job. I expect every man here to fulfill his responsibility.
Hey, it's Ralph. He ain't dead at all.
As you were. I took a shot at him. I was sure I hit him. I must have just missed him that much. I didn't want to stand out there wasting ammunition. I ain't going to waste government ammunition on no stupid skunk. Is that clear? Pyle, you listen to me. Pyle, you listen to me. Now, you want that animal alive? You keep him out of sight. He's your responsibility. You understand? Now we're going on a 10-mile hike tomorrow. He goes with us. If he is discovered, he will be considered contraband. That will be your neck, nobody else's. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, you people, get busy here.
Sir?
Yeah?
Thanks for Ralphing me.
I said the whole platoon. Come on, you two. Move, move. This ain't no picnic. Now let's move it. Clean, clean, clean. I want those extra points. Now let's move. All right, now let's go. Let's go.
What do you say, Vince?
I'm busy.
Yeah. Yeah, see.
Don't try to put any fast one over on me, Whipple. Get lost. Look, what's the matter? You got time for visiting? Less than 5 minutes to inspection.
Well, I'll tell you, Vince. I got a nice cooperative bunch of boots. I only have to tell them once. That's how I get those extra points on the efficiency rating.
Very interesting. But not for me.
Yeah, I got some good people on this tour. Real good.
Okay, you're starting to bug me, Steve. Now take a walk, will you?
Okay. I guess I'll be shoving off.
I ain't forgetting about yesterday. You know, the sabotage? Don't try that again.
Vince, you cut me.
I'd like to. Where's Pyle? Anybody see Pyle? What did he do? Go over the hill with that skunk?
You stay right here, and I'm going to come back for you in a little while and take you on a nice walk. Now, don't wander off.
All right, that does it. Let's fall in over the double. Come on, let's move, 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 move. Where you been, Pyle? Go breaking?
No, sir. I was back there with Ralph. I was feeding him.
Huh?
I was feeding Ralph. You know what that little rascal likes? Eggs.
Swell.
Did you know that about skunks, Sergeant? Skunks just love eggs.
Pyle.
I saved him part of mine from breakfast this morning. He really enjoyed them. Little rascal didn't even mind if there's ketchup on them.
Pyle!
If you want to make a skunk a friend for life, you serve him up a mess of eggs. Fried, scrambled, poached, or even raw. No two ways about it. Skunks is egg lovers.
Knock it off! Good morning, sir.
Morning. Sergeant.
Sir?
Is this a new style?
Sir?
The pockets on these cartridge belts, everyone unsnapped. Is that something new for inspection? I haven't seen that order.
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'll get on the people about that right away, sir.
Carry on.
Aye, aye, sir. He did it to me again. Again, he did it again.
Who, Sarge?
Whipple! He must have done it when we were policing the area. He snuck in and unsnapped all the cartridge belts. There go those extra points. The rat!
What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Pyle, you're at attention. You're at attention.
What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Nobody asked you, Pyle. All right, the rest of you people. Fall out and get squared away for a 10-mile hike. You got 8 minutes. Move it, move it, move, move, move!
But, sir?
I told you to fall out. That means you too. Move!
What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Check that rack. How many points you figure he loses because of those cartridge belts?
Plenty. Enough to keep us way ahead.
Get that pillow.
Now, Ralph, I want you to go in there, and I just want you to sort of look around. You don't have to do nothing, but just sort of look the place over, okay? Ralph, we better get out of here. All that hollering's liable to make you attack. And then they really wouldn't like you.
Get hot!
All right, what's going on? What's the meaning of this, Sergeant?
Well, sir, we were
Is this
all...
a game? Your platoon playing games, Sergeant?
No, sir, we were...
This barracks is a shambles. What'd you have in there, a riot?
No, sir, we've had the...
Sergeant, you will confine your men. You will get them and this building in order now.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, make a complete record of this for platoon ratings. Carry on, Sergeant. If you can, that is.
Yes, sir.
Nice cooperative bunch of people you got there, Whipple. Yes, sir.
Attention!
You people see this? Huh? Take a good look. This is because I'm happy. You will not see this often because I'm not often happy. Now, can anyone here tell me what happened in Sergeant Whipple's hut? Huh? Can anyone here tell me what put him in the doghouse with the colonel? Look, it's all right. You can tell me. If someone here is responsible, I just want to congratulate him. That's... Ah, not you. Huh? Huh? How'd you manage it? Huh? What'd you do, huh?
I just took Ralph for a little visit.
Hey, good going, boy. Good going, boy. That was was really quick, Pinky. That was great. You're really becoming a Marine, boy. Great.
I'll pull up.
This is the area, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Where's your friend?
Our friend, sir.
Well, you know what to do.
Yes, sir. Come on now. Well, I reckon this is it, buddy. I got to go now. Now, don't look at me like that. You know you can't go on living in a boot camp. Right here's where you belong. Now, you go out and find yourself some new friends, maybe a girl skunk, and settle down and have some young ones. That's what you ought to do.
I'll.
Be right there, Sergeant. Now, be a good boy, Ralph. Bye-bye. He was a good little feller, wasn't he?
I have to admit he was.
That's one skunk that really earned his stripes.
About! Hey! Forward! Hey! Hey!
Hey, Larry, pass me another straw.
Sure.
Must be the way I suck in or something. It never fails, but they flatten out on me. Hey, there's Sergeant Carter. I had a feeling he's going to be here tonight. I just had a feeling. Excuse me, I'm going to go talk to him. Hey, Sergeant Carter, Miss Bunny.
Hi, Gomer.
Can I talk to you for a minute, Sergeant?
Yeah?
Well, can I sit down?
Look, Pyle, if you're thinking of joining us, forget it. 3 is definitely a crowd.
No, Sergeant. I just want to tell you something. It won't take long.
All right, all right.
Well, you might think what I'm going to tell you silly, real silly.
If it's coming out of your mouth, I'm sure I will.
Just promise me one thing, Sergeant. Promise me you won't get upset.
Pyle, will you get to the point?
Well, yes, sir. The point is, well, you won't think I'm silly now.
Pyle.
Yes, sir, I'll tell you, Sergeant. Well, you see, I have these dreams.
Dreams? Is that what you came over here to talk about, dreams?
Well, yes, sir. You see, what I want to say is...
We'll have the chili. Or I will, anyway. What'll you have?
The same.
We'll have something to drink later. Now, what makes you think I would be the least bit interested in your dreams?
Well, I have this knack, see?
What knack?
If I dream something 3 times in a row, it always comes true.
What?
That's right. I dream something 3 nights in a row, and it happens.
Pyle, if you're not out of here in exactly...
Oh, wait a minute, Vince. Aren't you curious?
No.
Well, I am. Go on, Gomer.
Well, the reason I came over here to talk to Sergeant Carter is I've had these 3 dreams about him in a row, and, well, I'm kind of worried because it hadn't been a very pleasant dream.
Pyle.
Well, wait. What's the dream about, Gomer?
Well, it's about the sergeant's uniform. It's gonna get all messed up.
Are you gonna sit around here and listen to this bilge?
Well, wait a minute, Vince. This is fascinating. Well, how is it gonna get messed up?
Well, that part's kind of fuzzy, but I dreamed it was gonna happen here at the Bluebird Cafe. So you see,
Okay, knock it off. Now, if this is some kind of practical joke, Pyle, I'll tell you right now, I ain't biting. If you want to go around telling fortunes, get yourself a crystal ball and find yourself a gypsy tea room. Now, beat it.
Yes, sir. You see, Sergeant? Just like I said it would. Of course, I didn't dream about the chili, but I did dream your uniform would get messed up.
Dreamed it? You caused it. You're not a psychic. You're a clumsy idiot.
But I did dream it, Sergeant. Sergeant, you all right?
Pyle, you better get out of here, you and your dreams, because I had a dream, too. I dreamed I almost killed you with my bare hands, and I don't have to dream it 3 times in a row to make it come true. Just one shot, and that's it.
Come on, Vince.
Uh-huh.
Now, Gomer, about these dreams you're having. Do you have them often?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Bunny. I most surely do. More times than I can remember.
Like what?
Well, like the time I dreamed 3 times in a row that my cousin Elroy was going to take 2 trips, one long one and one short one. And sure enough, not more than 2 days later, he walked out there to the mailbox.
That's a long trip?
Oh, no, that was the short trip. The long trip came after he found his draft notice.
Isn't that amazing, Vince?
Most of my dreams are happy ones, real happy. Like right now, believe it or not, I'm having a nice dream about you, Miss Bunny.
Me? A dream about me? Well, tell me, Gomer, what is it?
He says it was a happy one, so whatever he spills on you will match your dress.
Come on, tell me, Gomer.
Well, I can't, Miss Bunny, I just can't.
Why not?
Well, 'cause I've only dreamed it twice.
Oh, come on, for me.
I'm sorry, Miss Bunny, but if I don't dream it a 3rd time, then it just won't happen. And I sure would feel bad about you getting excited about something so nice and then maybe it not happen.
Come on, let's get out of here. I'm beginning to feel like I'm in Never Never Land with some nut fairy godmother.
Well, Gomer, will you tell me if you do dream it a 3rd time?
Oh, yes, ma'am. You'll be the very first to know.
Yeah.
It's really sweet of you to give up your Saturday afternoon and go shopping with me like this. It's not every guy who'd do that for a girl.
Well, since you're nice enough to make dinner for us tonight, it's the least I can do.
You got a penny for my thoughts?
Are you kidding? In my financial condition?
Well, I'll tell you anyway. I was just thinking, it'd really be great if we were shopping like this on a steady basis, wouldn't it, Vince?
Oh, yeah, sure. How could it be bad? That is, when the right time comes, in due time. Oh, look, broccoli. I didn't know broccoli was in season.
Miss Bunny, Miss Bunny.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry to bust in on you shopping like this, Sergeant, but I just had to find Miss Bunny. Your landlady told me where you was, and guess what?
Well, what happened?
Well, you remember I told you I'd tell you if I dreamed that dream again? Well, I did last night, and that makes 3 nights in a row I've dreamed it.
Wonderful. Well, we'll see you, Pyle.
Oh, wait a minute. What's a dream, Gomer?
Well, are you all shopping for dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Well, you can just put it back. You don't need it.
What?
On account of you going out tonight. In high style, you're going out to dinner.
With who? The Duke of Windsor?
No, Sergeant, that's the best part. She's going out to dinner with you.
With me?
Where? Where are we going?
Well, I don't know for sure. You see, I didn't get that far in my dream.
Well, you knock it off, Pyle. I don't want to hear about it. Now, if you want to dream so much, go dream up the name of a good head shrinker. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot up there that needs shrinking.
Vince, what does it hurt to hear the rest of it?
Because he's a nut, that's why. And you're just making it worse by playing along with him. Now, all I know is people are pushing in the line ahead of us while you're listening to Gypsy Pete here spin his wheels. Now, come on, let's go.
Is this your cart, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Well, congratulations. You're our 1 millionth customer.
Congratulations, miss. As president of Foodorama Markets Incorporated, I hereby declare you our 1 millionth customer and winner of $100 worth of free groceries.
Oh, Vince!
And not only that, to help celebrate the event, we want you to have a night on the town in Los Angeles, all expenses paid.
God!
Oh, we have it just like you said, Gomer.
Golly, I never dreamed it'd be this big. I dreamed you'd go out, but golly, golly, golly.
I just can't believe it. Well, isn't that something, Vince? What do you say now, huh?
That's it, Sergeant. That's the limousine's gonna take you and Miss Bunny out to dinner tonight with chauffeur and everything.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm gonna have to tip him.
I don't think so, Sergeant. They said everything was taken care of.
Well, I'll just slip a little change.
Well, whatever you do, you just be sure and have a real good time tonight. And I appreciate you giving me a lift into town.
Well, it's the least I can do, Pyle. After all, you dreamed all this up, didn't you?
Well...
Well, I better get Bunny.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What, Pyle?
Well, do you mind if I hang around?
Huh? What for?
Well, I'd like to watch you and Miss Bunny drive away. It's like Prince Charming and Cinderella going to the ball in their pumpkin coach.
You read a lot, don't you, Pyle? Okay, suit yourself. Hey, Bunny! What are you doing? Our limousine is waiting.
Help me call it, Pyle.
Miss Bunny,
Our limousine is here.
Chauffeur
Our
limousine
limousine with the chauffeur. Thanks a million, Mac. Bunny, do you have any change?
What?
Never mind. Man, was that an evening? Was that an evening?
I'll say. I never had such a wonderful time in my whole life.
What do you say we have a little nightcap? Want to split a can of beer?
Oh, Vance, I gotta get some sleep. I'm dead on my feet.
One poker too many, huh? Well, at least let me say goodnight.
With pleasure.
Kyle, what are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Sergeant. I missed the last bus back to the base, and I thought I'd just wait here for you. I sure hope you don't mind. Did y'all have a nice time?
Oh, I'll say. Didn't we, Vince?
Yeah, we had a ball.
Excuse me, I must have really dozed off there. And I just remembered the dream I had.
Oh, yeah? Did you dream again, Gomer? What did you dream?
I'm afraid to say, Miss Bunny.
Why?
Well, as pretty as you look right now, it wasn't half as pretty as you looked in my dream.
Gomer, you dreamed about me again?
Well, I can't tell you about what, since I've only dreamed it 2 times in a row.
Oh, come on. Just give me one little hint.
Well, you really want to hear, even though I ain't for sure?
Go on, Pyle. Tell her.
Well, all right. I just dreamed that you proposed marriage to Miss Bunny.
You didn't.
Uh-huh.
Did you dream when, Gomer?
Soon, real soon, Miss Bunny.
Well, isn't that the cutest dream you've ever heard?
Now all I gotta do is dream it one more night in a row, and that's it. You'll be Mr. and Miss Vince Carter for sure. Best wishes, Sergeant. Best wishes.
Pyle, the one time you think he couldn't cause me any trouble is when he's asleep. Now he's killing me with his eyes closed.
What are you worried about? So maybe he has the weird knack of dreaming the future. But no dream is going to make you pop the question unless you want to.
I know all that. But Bunny's always griping about when are we going to get married, and all she needs is a little encouragement.
So?
So all I know is if he dreams that dream a third night, she's not going to let it for a minute.
You sound like you believe in this stuff.
I don't believe it. Bunny does.
Well, if she does, she's liable to propose to you.
Can girls do that?
Happens all the time.
But ain't they got to wait for leap year or something? Any other time, it ain't legal. You know what I got to do, Boyle? As silly as it sounds, I got to keep him from dreaming it for a third night. Yeah, that's what I got to do. Keep him from dreaming.
How are you going to do that?
Well, you don't dream if you don't sleep, do you?
You wouldn't.
Tell already the kind of night this is gonna be. I'm gonna be asleep before my head hits that pillar.
Pyle.
Oh, hey, Sergeant.
Get your clothes on and report to the duty hut on the double. I got a special detail for you.
Right now?
Now.
Right away, sir.
Okay, Pyle, I want you to start... Pyle! I want you to start putting these in alphabetical order. You got that?
Yes, sir. Here, Sergeant Carter.
Hmm? So soon? Well, let's see how you did. Oh, no.
Huh?
These are in alphabetical order.
Yes, sir, just like you wanted it.
No, Pyle, that's not what I wanted. I wanted them by the date. Requisitions are always by the date. And you know that. Pyle.
Huh?
You're not going to sleep on the job, are you, boy?
Oh, no, Sergeant. I finished the last of them.
Well, let's see.
By the date, just like you wanted them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, nice work, Pyle.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Yep, so much for part one.
Part one?
Well, that's right. We still got to get to the personnel records. Pyle! Personnel records. Pyle! Sleeping on the job again, Private. You better get with it.
Yes, Sergeant. I'm all finished with the personnel records.
Oh, really? The 3x5 cards, too?
What 3x5 cards, Sergeant?
Well, the cross index, Pyle, the cross index. Didn't I tell you about that?
I'm all finished, Sergeant. Sergeant? Sergeant Carter? Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Do you, Miss Bunny, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Sergeant Carter, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
The ring? Place the ring on the bride's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
If there's anyone present who knows of any reason why these two should not be wed, let him speak now or forever hold his peace. I sure can't think of any reason. If anybody was meant to be man and wife, it's Sergeant Carter and Miss Bunny. They're perfect for each other, just perfect. So go ahead with the ceremony and tie the knot. I now pronounce you man and wife. Sergeant Carter? Sergeant Carter?
Pyle, since when do you come running in here like some kind of wild elephant, huh? Now you get out of here and come in right.
I'm sorry, Corporal, but I just had to see the sergeant right away. I've got good news for him.
Well, your two ladies gone.
On Sunday morning, before breakfast, where to?
Look, Pyle, don't be so nosy.
It's really important, Corporal, just really important. Where did he go?
Well, I heard him talk to his girlfriend Bunny on the phone. I suppose that's where he went.
Then I better get over there and tell him Bo.
Huh?
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Well, I figured with Pyle dreaming it and me dreaming it right on top of him, it could only mean one thing. The handwriting's on the wall.
Uh-huh. So?
So I get the message. I know when I'm licked.
So?
So I'm through fighting. It's inevitable we're gonna get married, so we might as well get married right now.
Vince, is this a proposal?
What do you think it is, for crying out loud?
Well, if it is, then no thank you.
We'll go down to City Hall and... What did you say?
I said no thank you.
Oh, that's great. Ever since we've been going together, you've been trying to drag me down the aisle. Now that I'm ready to be dragged, you suddenly let go of the rope. What's with you?
Look, Vince, nobody should be dragged to the altar. Both parties should walk on their own 2 feet. When you're ready, I mean really ready, you'll know. And then you'll be happy to walk down the aisle. It won't be a march to the gallows.
Well, gee, I didn't mean for it to sound that way.
Oh, I know you didn't, Vince, but... Who is it?
Surprise, surprise, surprise. I just had to be the first one to congratulate you two. Something old, something new, something borrowed. If you'll excuse me, something blue.
Well, Gomer.
Pyle.
Did he ask you yet, Miss Bunny? Did he ask you? I am so thrilled. I just want you to know you're getting one of the nicest, biggest-hearted men I've ever had the pleasure...
Pyle, knock it off.
But I dreamed it, Sergeant. I dreamed it 3 times in a row that you's gonna propose to Miss Bunny.
Well, he did propose, Gomer. But I said no.
You did?
That's right, Pyle. So that takes care of your cockeyed theory about 3 dreams in a row always coming true.
Oh, no, Sergeant, they came true.
Huh?
I only dreamed that you was gonna propose to Miss Bunny. I never dreamed anything about how she was gonna answer.
What?
But any time now, I'm liable to dream that Miss Bunny answers yes. Ain't that something, though? Just think, when you two finally decide to get married, I'm gonna know it before you do. Hey, Miss Bunny.
Hi, Gomer.
Golly, are you in for a big surprise?
Surprise for me?
Just you wait, Miss Bunny. You're gonna get the nicest present ever.
Gomer, have you been dreaming again?
Okay, Pyle, let's keep the aisles free.
Hey, Sergeant Carter.
Hi, baby doll. I'm sorry I'm late, but here, let my deeds speak for themselves.
Vince, for me?
Who else?
Shazam, you see, Miss Bunny?
It's just a little token to commemorate our new relationship, that's all.
Oh, Vince, you're crazy. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, I know, but that's me.
They say good things come in small packages.
Well...
Gomer, you did it again.
He did what again?
Well, Gomer dreamed I was going to get a beautiful present tonight, right, Gomer?
Oh, no, I didn't dream it, Miss Bunny. I saw it.
Saw it?
Ain't that right, Sergeant? Next door, not 10 minutes ago, Larry and me stopped off to get some pencil leads, and there you were shopping for Miss Bunny at the 5 and Dime.
The 5 and Dime?
Actually, I hadn't been having any dreams lately. Not a single one. Been sleeping like a log.
The 5 and Dime?
Go ahead and open it up, Miss Bunny. let it suffice, Henrietta. Ain't nobody gonna take it away from you. Just sip it nice and easy. And don't slur.
Gomer! Gomer, I thought you got rid of that cat.
Oh, I guess she likes me.
You mean she likes that chow you've been feeding her?
Well, that too, I suppose. I wished I could find her some fish heads. The cook says we only get frozen fish here and they don't freeze the heads. Well, I'll rustle her up something else nice later on.
Gomer, you're really asking for trouble. You know you're not supposed to have any pets on the base. What's the matter with you?
A cat he's got.
Gomer, what is it about you that brings every stray animal to your doorstep?
I don't know. I just kind of take to them and they kind of take to me. I like all living things. Anyway, she reminds me of Henrietta, my cat back home. That's the reason I call her Henrietta, on account of she reminds me of her. You'd have loved Henrietta. Clean. Why, she was the cleanest cat you nearly ever saw.
Pyle!
Oh, hey, Sergeant.
Pyle, did I not tell you to get rid of that cat?
Well, you did, but...
This is a Marine base, not a home for lost animals.
Well, I tried to get rid of her, honest, but she just keeps coming back. She just keeps coming back to me.
That's very touching.
I'm really sorry, Sergeant, but I'll try
And never mind, Pyle. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to get rid of the cat. The cat is going to get rid of you.
Beg your pardon?
You're going on a little trip, is what? Now, all of you, listen up. You're all going on a trip. We just got orders to move out. We're boarding ship for 3 weeks of maneuvers.
You really mean it, Sergeant? We're going to go aboard a for real Navy ship?
No, it's a good ship Lollipop. Now, all of you, I want you to get all your gear together. We're moving out tomorrow at 1900. That means Marines only. No cats. Is that clear, Pyle?
Right, Sergeant. Well, I guess this looks like the end of the line for us, Henrietta. That's all part of being a Marine. When duty calls, you just got to leave your loved ones behind. Okay, you finished your milk, so now's as good a time as any for you to be on your way. Okay, now. Go on. Scoot. Go on now. Don't look back. That's the worst thing you can do. Just look straight ahead and keep going. Now, scoot. That's a good girl. Just keep walking. If I was you, I'd hook up with a civilian. They lead a lot more settled lives.
Pyle, did you say goodbye to your whiskey friend?
My what?
The cat.
Oh, you mean Henrietta? Oh, yeah, I expect she's back in town by now. You see what
Is she gone?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now move it. All right, let's straighten up that formation. Look alive in there. Come on, buckle up that chin strap. You too. Come on, move. All right, hold up. Get ready to load up.
You better get that cat out of here before she follows you on the truck. That's all Sergeant Carter needs.
It ain't gonna do you any good to hang around here. I can't take you with me. Now go on and scoot. Now go on. Now you don't want to get me in trouble with the sergeant, do you? Please, Henrietta, go on. Now stop that. It ain't gonna do you any good. You can cuddle all you want to, but I just can't. Sergeant, I forgot something.
Let me try and guess. Your head?
No, it's just that...
Are we keeping you away from something important?
No, it's just...
I wouldn't want to drag you away from anything.
Well, that's real considerate of you, Sergeant, but I was just...
Get on that truck!
Gentlemen, you're home away from home.
This is it? This is the whole thing?
Yeah, just make yourself at home. I hope none of you have claustrophobia.
What's claustrophobia?
That's when you're afraid of small, closed-in places.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah, why? What do you call it?
I call it being afraid of small, closed-in places.
Why, you got it?
No, I like it. I think it makes things cozier.
Yeah, swell.
I hope I get the top bunk up there. Be like sleeping in a treehouse back home.
Well, just don't walk in your sleep. That first step will be a beaut. Well, Navy, how's the chow in this tub?
The best. You know the Navy. We always go first class.
Did you ever serve sardines once in a while?
Yeah, sometimes.
How about tuna fish?
Yeah?
In fresh milk? Do you have plenty of fresh milk?
Of course we do. Anything you got, we got.
Gomer, what was all that third degree about just now? Tuna fish, sardines, fresh milk? I know you used to worry about all that when you had a cat to feed, but now you don't have a cat to feed. That's right, isn't it, Gomer? You don't have a cat to feed? Gomer, tell me you don't have a cat to feed.
Well, darn it all, Duke. I just couldn't leave her behind. I just couldn't.
Gomer, you gotta be out of your mind.
Sorry I had to transport you this way, Henrietta, but it was the only way. Now take a deep breath and get some fresh air in your lungs.
Gomer, Sergeant Carter is gonna kill you. You know that, don't you? With his bare hands, he's gonna squeeze the life out of you.
Well, I ain't too happy about the prospects, but golly, what are you gonna do when a poor innocent critter curls herself around your leg and begs you not to leave her behind?
You can give her a good swift kick and tell her to get lost. That's what you can do.
Now, you don't mean that, Duke. You're a kind person and you don't mean that.
All right. Just how do you expect to keep a cat hidden aboard a ship for 3 weeks?
Well, I ain't quite got that planned out yet.
Oh, peachy.
But it shouldn't be too much trouble. It's such a big ship and such a little bitty cat.
Quick, get that thing back in the bag. Sergeant Carter's coming.
Oh, Lordy. Now, not a peep out of you, do you hear?
All right, you people, listen up. For the next day or so, we're going to be anchored here in the harbor until the rest of the convoy assembles. But that don't mean we're on holiday. Our work goes on as usual, so let's get settled down. Oh, one more thing. I got a few important words to say, so listen up real good. As sharp as we are on land, we got to be twice as sharp on board this ship. So let's don't give the Navy any reason to think we're not. During the next 3 weeks, we're going to be perfect in every way. Is that clear? How are we going to be?
Perfect in every way.
I can hear you.
Perfect in every way.
Okay. I've had a lot of squads, a lot of platoons, and a lot of ships. I have a perfect record. I don't want this trip to be any different. I don't want to see any... What's that? I heard something. Kind of squeaky. Was that you just now, Pyle?
Just now? Yes, sir, that was me. But see, I ain't used to the sea air yet.
Now, I don't want to see any rules broken. I don't want to see them even slightly bent. There it was again. That wasn't you this time, Pyle. Will you shut up? Get out of my face.
Sergeant, there's something I'd like to explain.
You're out to get me, aren't you?
Well, Sergeant?
If you want to destroy me, why don't you do it the quick way? Shoot me, push me overboard, but why this slow torture?
Sergeant,
You actually brought a cat aboard ship. You actually did it.
But, Sergeant, I was just...
Okay, Pyle. You did a real bright thing. Now I'm going to do a bright thing.
What are you going to do, Sergeant?
You want to know what I'm going to do, Pyle? I'm going to take this cat, I'm going up on deck, and I'm going to throw it overboard.
But, Sergeant Carter, you wouldn't.
Oh, wouldn't I? Just watch me.
But, Sergeant...
Now, hear this. All Marines fall in topside. All Marines fall in topside. On the double.
Okay, you saved by the bell this time. But when we get back from up there, this thing goes in the drink.
But you can't do that, Sergeant.
Pyle, are you telling me what I can and what I can't do?
No, sir, but...
Then secure this cat until we get back. And I mean secure it. I don't want it roaming all over the ship.
But, Sergeant...
Move it, do it!
Henrietta, think what trouble it's got into?
And in case any of you lads think this is a pleasure cruise, let me straighten you out right here and now. You're here to work. You will be expected to keep your own areas policed, and while on deck, you'll be expected to help police the decks. You will each take a turn in the galley. I'm the senior chief petty officer aboard this ship, and I'm in charge of this group. Obey the rules and regulations, keep your noses clean, and there won't be any trouble. But if one single rule is broken, you'll regret the day you ever stepped aboard this ship. So just keep that in... Wait a minute, what's this? What's this? What's this? Who belongs to this? Well?
It's mine, sir. I guess it fell out of my pocket.
Well, how did it get into your pocket?
Well, I bought it in town, and I didn't think there'd be any harm in having a little turtle. You see, it's just a souvenir, and I thought...
A turtle belongs in the ocean. Check your men a little more carefully, Sergeant. You know the rules about contraband. There will be no contraband aboard this ship, especially pets of any kind. If I ever find any, they'll be keeping that turtle company. I don't like contraband. Contraband goes overboard. Okay. Now you all know how I feel about contraband. Tin hut! Here, Smith!
Did you see what he did with my turtle? Did you see?
Oh, he's a doll.
Now, what's so terrible about a little turtle? A turtle. Now, what can a turtle do?
You heard him. It's contraband.
Poor Henrietta. She's as good as gone right now. If he do that with a little turtle, just think what he'll do with the cat. Looks like you ain't gonna get to do what you said you's gonna do, Sergeant.
Huh?
That there chief petty officer's gonna beat you to it. He's gonna do it for you. Throw Henrietta overboard.
Yeah, well, don't be so sure.
What do you mean, Sergeant? You heard what he said about contraband.
I heard. I know all about contraband. Nobody has to tell me about contraband. But I got something to say too, you know.
Then you ain't on his side? You won't let him hurt Henrietta?
If I don't want him to hurt Henrietta, then he ain't gonna hurt Henrietta.
Sergeant Carter, you're a wonderful human being to be protecting the cat that way. A wonderful human being.
Knock it off, Pilot. It has nothing to do with a cat. I'm saying I'll make the decisions about what to do with my contraband.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you. You ain't only saving the cat, but you're protecting the mama.
Pilot, I told you it had nothing to do with a mama.
Huh? Henrietta's gonna have kids. lovers of America ought to hear about this.
Yeah, swell. In the meantime, we still got a cat on our hands.
Now hear this. All Marines topside for inspection at 1100. Full pack and weapons. Full pack and weapons.
All right, that's 15 minutes from now. Okay, you people, move it. Pyle, secure that cat.
Right, Sergeant. I made a leash out of a couple of boot straps here. That ought to keep her from roaming.
All right, tie it down good.
All right, Henrietta. I'm going to have to anchor you down here for a while. There we go. Now, we'll figure out something, so you don't worry about a thing.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Dirty weapon.
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with you, Private? What's going on, Private?
He hasn't been well, sir. Ever since he boarded ship, he's been having these attacks. I think it's just nerves, sir.
Perhaps you better get him to sick bay.
Aye, sir. Right away, sir.
I think if I could just go down to my bunk for a bit, I'd be all right.
Very well. Dismissed.
Sure it's the only way, Sergeant?
Positive. We can't go on.
Sergeant, you know what'll happen. Why, that CPO...
Look, what do you want me to do? Now, we tried to figure a way out, and we couldn't come up with it. I ain't sticking my neck out no more.
She's really secured good this time. I doubled up on the boot straps and put in an extra knot.
Hide-and-seek game's over with, Pyle.
Beg your pardon?
We're gonna turn the cat in.
Sergeant Carter.
It's the only way. If that CPO finds her roaming around down there, she's done for. This way, if we turn her in and tell him about the kittens, who knows? He may show a little mercy.
Well, how can we be sure?
We can't be, but if they ever found out I knew about that cat, I'll have my head handed to me. So I'm gonna make out like I just found her roaming around and I'm turning her in.
There's still time to think of another way.
Pyle, it's the cat's neck or mine. Now, who do you think's gonna win?
Yes, Sergeant.
All right, now get on there and bring her up here.
Henrietta, poor little mama today. That CPO's gonna take... Henrietta? Oh, Lord, she's gone and got unsecured again. Henrietta! Henrietta, please be here. Henrietta?
Sergeant, maybe if we went to the captain, right to the head man.
No.
Sergeant Carter, I got some bad news, some real bad news.
The cat's gone.
I don't know how it could have happened. I had her tied up real good this time. I really do. You want to know what I think? I think that their CPO must have found her.
Now, we can't be sure of that. Let's spread out and start looking for her. You go aft, you go forward, and you go down the hole.
Hey, Sergeant, look. He threw Henrietta overboard, just like that. He really did. What a mean thing. What a mean thing to do.
Hey, what are you doing?
Get overboard. Get overboard.
What's this? Sergeant, what's going on here? Who jumped overboard?
As if you didn't know all about it.
What are you talking about?
Boy, I've seen some cold cookies in my time, but you take the prize.
Huh?
Couldn't you have said something first? Maybe we could have figured something out. Boy, you're all heart, Chief.
What are you talking about? I just...
It wasn't what we thought at all. It was just a bunch of old magazines.
Hey, he's right. Just old magazines. True love stories, real romances, Passion Digest. Hey, are these your magazines?
Well, what if they are? Why'd you have to jump in after them?
And after you're through with them, you want to get rid of the evidence, huh? Real romances, Passion Digest.
Look, what I choose to read is nobody's business. Especially a bunch of Marines who are still wet behind the ears.
Henrietta! Boy, am I glad to see you. I thought for sure you was done for.
What's this? What's this? Do you know what that is? That's contraband. Contraband.
Look, buddy, let's not get all hot on
Look, you heard what I said about pets aboard the ship, about contraband of any kind, and what I'd do if I found any.
But you just can't do what you said you's gonna do. There's something about this cat that you ought to know.
Look, I know it's a cat. It's contraband. That's all I have to know.
Please, you can't throw overboard, please. This ain't no ordinary cat. This is a mama-to-be cat. And from the looks of her, I think the time is just about here. I think all this excitement's bringing it on.
What?
That's right. A mama-to-be cat any minute now. Please, you can't.
Take your hands off me, Private.
Please don't do it, please.
Look, pal, save your breath. Talking to him's like talking to a rock. I'll bet you spend your spare time pulling wings off flies. Go on. You got your contraband. Throw the cat overboard. Make yourself a big hero.
Don't you tell me what to do, mister. If I want to throw this cat overboard, I'll throw him overboard when I want to throw him overboard. And no gyring. Sergeant's going to tell me what to do. So happens I got something better to do with this cat right now.
Yeah, like what?
Like taking her down to the sick bay. I got a couple of raw pharmacist mates down there could use a little extra experience. And maybe helping deliver these kittens, it'd be good training for them.
I'll be.
Just when you think you got a guy pegged, he double-crosses you. How did you like that?
Deep down, he's a good person, just like you are, Sergeant. He wouldn't want to hurt no poor defenseless creature.
Look, don't stand there dripping all over the deck. Get some dry clothes on.
He may be a good person, Sergeant, but you're a warm, wonderful person.
Move it, Pyle.
Right, Sergeant. And, Sergeant, if Henrietta has any male cats, I want to name the first one after you. I'm going to name her firstborn Vincent. On account of you're a warm, wonderful person.
Oh, you get out of here. What is this? What are you, on a cruise? Break it out.
Just a minute. Sergeant, come on over here. There's something you ought to see.
Pyle, there's work to be done. What are you doing just standing around?
Just look in there. There they are. They're young'uns. Pharmacist mate here found a home for them.
Yeah.
See this one here? This is the one I named after you. This is Vincent. Know why I call him that? Because he's so nice and warm and wonderful and good and trustworthy and honest.
This is ridiculous. It's like riding on a yo-yo.
If we don't get to that island we're supposed to take pretty soon, we'll be finishing these war games in sickbay.
Hey, where's Gomer?
He's probably up on the deck leaning over the rail. That poor country boy's never been on a ship in his life.
Hey, fellas. Boy, that ocean's sure rough out there today.
Oh, Gomer, we were just... What's that smell?
Must be a started pickle. I was just down in the kitchen to get a snack, and they got all kinds of food left over. I wonder why.
Gomer, either swallow that thing fast or get out of here.
Are you feeling poorly, dude? That's a shame. Actually, if you got the miseries, garlic pickle would be good for you. You don't know why? count of garlic's a herb, and herbs is generally very good for you. Did you know that?
No, I'll remember it.
Did you know that herbs is generally good for you?
All right, you people, everybody topside. It's our turn to get the deck ship shape. Now, I want everybody... What's that smell? Pyle, what are you eating?
Garlic pickle. It's real fresh and crispy on bite.
No. All right, out of them bunks.
They're feeling poorly today, Sergeant.
Well, I'm real sorry to hear about that. I would have arranged a smoother trip, but there was no more space left on the Queen Mary. Come on, move it, move it! I said move it. Move, 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 move! Out, 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 out!
I sure hate to see them suffer, though. I'm glad you're all right, though. But I suppose you made so many of these trips that you're used to it. Sure you don't want to bite?
No.
On account of garlic is a herb, and herbs is good for you. But I don't guess you got a use for a garlic pickle, have you, Sergeant?
No, get out of here. Come on, push them ups like you meant it. Get a little muscle behind it. Come on, move it. Move, 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 move.
Rub-a-dub-dub, Marines in a tub. Rub-a-dub-dub, Marines in a tub. Rub-a-dub-dub. I'm sorry. I was just trying to cheer you up.
Hey, what's this? What's this? Your men don't seem to have their hearts in their work today, Sergeant. What's the matter? The nasty waves too much for them?
There ain't nothing the matter with my men. They're all in perfect shape.
Yeah, I can see that. They're all a nice, healthy shade of green. Kind of an aqua. Aquamarines. Hey, aquamarines. I just made that up.
Funny.
I didn't stop by to chat. You wanted down the briefing room.
Okay. All right, you people. I don't want nobody going below until this deck is spotless. You hear me? Carry on.
Aquamarines.
This is where we hit the beach in this exercise. We'll be making the landing operations at 0700 tomorrow morning. However, before we move in, I want the island reconnoitered for troop displacement, strength, etc. Sergeant Carter, I'd like you to lead the reconnaissance patrol.
Aye, sir.
Take 3 men with you. We'll put you ashore just after dawn. We expect early morning fog, so you should have good concealment.
Yes, sir.
Now, it's vital that you get the information back to us as quickly as possible so we can make adjustments in our deployment. We have to make those landings no later than 0700.
That's right. A delay could be disastrous. There's been an enemy sub stalking our task force for days, and they've already recorded 6 kills. If we lose many more ships, we may not have enough of a force left to make the landing.
So you see the importance of speed, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. It'll be done, sir.
Simpson, you'll arrange for a boat for Sergeant Carter and his men.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's it. Good luck.
You to be a big hero, huh? You think you can handle it?
Just get the boat, Navy. The Marines will take care of the rest.
You mean aquamarines?
So you can see how important this patrol is. It'll be like spearheading the whole invasion. Now, I could pick 3 men myself, but I'd rather have volunteers.
I'll volunteer, Sergeant.
Okay, men, who wants to go? Let's hear it.
I'll be glad to go.
Come on, come on. I need 3 men. Okay, that's 1. Now I need 2 more.
I'll go, Sergeant.
All right. Who else? Who else, huh?
Sarge, I'll...
Okay, Lombardi, you're in. Okay, now I need 1 more. Just 1 more.
I'll go.
Come on. 1 more.
I'll go.
Okay, that makes it 3. Now, I will want to get together with the 3 of you for a briefing session before...
It just ain't fair, Sergeant. It just ain't fair.
Kyle, are you talking to me?
Well, I don't mean to be disrespectful, sir. But I was the first person that raised my hand. I volunteered first. It just ain't fair that you won't take me.
Really? Well, for your information, this is a very important mission, and I gotta have men I can depend on.
You can depend on me, Sergeant, honest. Please let me go, please.
Knock it off, Pyle. I've got my 3 men. Hut!
As you were. Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
I need 9 of your men for the ammo detail tomorrow morning. They'll be loading ammo and explosives on the landing craft.
Aye, sir. You'll have them.
They report to me at 0600, sharp.
Aye, sir. Okay. Your men not going on a patrol, report to Lieutenant Wilson in the morning. Remember, that's a very delicate job, handling ammo and high explosives. 1 wrong move and you can blow up the whole ship. So work careful, watch your step, And, Pyle, I think you better come with me after all. I changed my mind, Pyle. You're going with me. You go on the ammo detail.
Oh, thank you, Sergeant Carter, thank you.
Pyle, you just better be on the ball, that's all.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I'll be a credit to the corps.
Now, we gotta pull this off, and we gotta pull it off without a hitch, and we gotta make it fast. We don't want our ships waiting out there like sitting ducks. You all heard about that enemy sub that's been scoring one kill after another? Well, we gotta make that landing before he can do any more damage. So you men going on the patrol, get your gear and ammo together, get your weapons clean. I'll see you again before we go in.
Sergeant Carter?
Yeah?
I just wanted to tell you, you won't regret taking me along. Thanks to your fine training, I'm ready for action now. All the learning is over. From now on, it's gung-ho. And it's all because of you, Sergeant.
Okay, lower away. Well, like they say in all the war pictures, I wish I was going with you, Sergeant.
Why don't you go wash out a few things? Okay, let's go, men.
Oh, get 'em, Leatherneck. Easy does it, boys.
What are you doing, Pyle?
Just looking for a place to say it.
Well, find it and sit.
Yes, sir.
All right, get the oars out. What are you doing now, Pyle?
I was gonna put my bayonet on the rifle. I want to be ready when we hit the beach.
There's plenty of time for that later. Put it back.
Yes, sir.
Hey, be careful, those things got points on them. Can they tell you about that? Hey, watch out, it gets a little deeper on there. Watch out for the sharks, Sergeant. Seems we had a little accident, didn't we? Did we have to abandon ship?
All right, get below.
I sure am sorry, Sergeant, but it wasn't my fault. You see, the boat started to rock.
Don't talk, Pyle. Just don't talk. Now, what are you standing around for? Get below and get changed.
But, Sergeant...
Come on, move it. I said get below and get changed.
That's okay, Sergeant. We have a lot more boats. That's what we're here for. Get another boat.
Coming right up.
Sergeant, I did want to tell you how sorry I am, and I am sorry, but it was the funniest thing the way that bayonet just stuck into that rail.
Yeah, wasn't it, though? Look how I'm still laughing.
I can't blame you one bit for being angry. No, sir.
Will you knock it off, Pyle, and start changing? I don't want to hear no more about that bayonet or that raft. Now, get changed.
Right, Sergeant. Boy, Sergeant, you know that water sure is salty, ain't it?
Change!
All yours, Sergeant. If at first you don't succeed.
Come on, let's go. Get your foot off my head. Whatever you do, Pyle, don't touch that bayonet. Just leave it alone.
Oh, don't worry, Sergeant. There ain't a chance in the world that happening again. You see, I put my bayonet over here by my flare gun, and it'd be in...
I knew it might be a bit of a problem making it to the beach, but I didn't think there'd be so much trouble getting started.
I'm sorry, sir.
Losing precious time. How fast can we get another boat?
Just a few minutes, sir.
I trust this will be the last boat necessary.
Don't worry, sir. We'll make it this time.
Let's hope so.
Aye, sir. Let's get below.
All right, get another boat from the starboard side on the double.
Yeah, once again. Dick, let's go.
Well, I'm sure glad I didn't take a shower this morning, aren't you?
I sure am. Sorry, Sergeant, but I had no idea that safety was off, and I just...
I'll get you for this, Pyle. If it takes the rest of my days, I'll get you for this.
But I didn't do them things on purpose. I was just trying to...
Don't talk, Pyle. I don't want to hear your voice.
Yes, Sergeant.
I said I didn't want to hear your voice. Just change.
Yes, Sergeant.
I said don't talk, change.
Sergeant, Grandma Pyle used to always say, to err is human, to forgive divine. So if you just forgive me this time...
I'll forgive you, all right. You want to know how? You see this shirt? Well, that's you. Come on. All right, let's go. Well, come on, let's go.
Gomer isn't here yet, Sarge.
I said let's go. Move. Come on, move it. All right, start rowing.
But, Sergeant, are we going to wait for Gomer?
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Hey, Sergeant, wait for me.
Row!
Did you see our boss? Right.
Where did I fail? Where? Aren't you ready yet? Come on, move it.
We're working as fast as we can, Sergeant.
We've already blown a half an hour. We're holding up the whole operation.
Sergeant Carter.
Don't talk, Pyle. Don't talk.
I just wanted to...
Do you know what I had to do just now? I had to beg the battalion commander not to replace me on this mission.
Well, I sure am sorry, Sergeant.
Don't talk, Pyle. Just don't talk. I had to beg him for another chance, and all because of one Marine. One Marine, and all he needed was a half an hour to mess up 15 years in the Marines. Anything I do from now on will be a comeback.
Ready, Sergeant.
All right, let's go. Come on, move it. 15 years. 15 years.
Okay, lower away.
Now that you've managed to delay long enough, the fog is beginning to roll in, so we have to make a slight change in plans. We sent up a plane to check and make sure that enemy sub isn't in the area. If it is, you'd be an easy target. And so would we. So just move out about 100 yards and wait for a signal from us before you proceed to the beach.
Aye, sir. And don't worry, sir. We'll make it this time.
I'll be grateful if you just make it away from the ship. Carry on.
Aye, sir. All right, move it.
What a shame. Without that Gomer boy, they might make it this time.
It's just possible.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, hold everything. What's this?
Huh? What do you mean?
Look how sad that poor fella's about being left behind. Kind of gets you right here, you know. So maybe we could do a good deed and send him back to his owner.
What do you mean, Chief?
Pencil. Hey, Marine, come here. Pyle, that's your name, isn't it?
Yes, sir, Gomer Pyle.
Well, Pyle, I have a very important mission for you.
You do?
That's right. You see a sergeant out there with his patrol? You notice the way they've stopped?
Yes, sir. Something wrong?
No. It's all part of the big plan. Now, they can't proceed to the beach until they get a message from the high command.
You don't say.
And that message was just handed to me. Now, I want you to swim out there and give it to the sergeant personally.
You want me to swim?
That's right, but we don't want to use a boat and take a chance of attracting attention. I mean, this is top secret. You understand that, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Put it in a cellophane to keep it dry. Now, there. Now, you better get cracking. We haven't got a second to lose.
Yes, sir, and thank you, sir, for giving me this chance. It might help me get back in good with Sergeant Carter.
Wouldn't be at all surprised.
And don't worry, Sergeant Carter will get the message.
I'm sure he will.
Boy, they're sure taking their sweet time with that signal.
Take it easy. Blaine's probably still up there searching.
Hey, Sarge. Sarge, look. Look, there's something there in the water. Look, look.
It's a guy swimming.
Yeah, he seems to be coming this way. What would anybody be swimming out here for?
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those Navy frogmen.
Yeah, it could be, but why would he? No. It can't be. It can't be. No, no. It ain't really him. It's just one of them sea mirages. That's what happens when you're out in the ocean. You begin to see things that ain't really there.
Hey, Sergeant Carter. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Right out loud, Gomer. What are you doing out here?
All right, let's have it, Pyle, and make it good.
I got a really important message for you, Sergeant, from the high command.
A message? What kind of message?
It's top secret. That's the reason the CPO sent me out here to give it to you personally.
The CPO sent you?
That's right. Here. That's a real good idea, Sergeant, destroying that secret message so the enemy can't see it.
I'll destroy that CPO. When I see him, I'll kill him. With my bare hands, I'll kill him.
What's the matter, Sergeant? He was only doing his duty. See, he got this message from high command.
Okay, Pyle. You brought me a message. Now I got a message for you to take back.
You have?
Yeah. Did you enjoy your little swim out here?
Sure did.
You think you can make it back all right?
Easy.
Well, just swim back to the ship.
Right, Sergeant. What's the message?
Tell that CPO to drop dead. Pyle, there's an enemy sub somewhere in this vicinity, probably staring at us at this very minute. Now, you're a Jake, so get out of this boat. Out, out.
But, Sergeant,
Sergeant, look!
That's the signal. We gotta get started. Out, Pyle, out, out, out.
Sergeant, I'm not a jinx. Honest, I'm not. And I'll make good if you just give me the chain.
Out, 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 out.
Seems a lot colder than it did the first time.
Start swimming. You'll warm up.
Any sign of Gomer, Sergeant?
Huh?
Can you spot Gomer anywhere?
That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a submarine.
Say it. Sergeant, look what I found.
Fire! Turn this thing about.
I can't see anything, sir. It's suddenly blacked out.
It's impossible.
Sergeant Carter, this thing was sticking right up out of the water. What'd I do?
It's a periscope. He's landing on a periscope. Hang on, Pyle, hang on. It's a submarine. It's right under you.
Golly. I went and captured up the submarine.
I'll give you a hand, sir.
We went and captured us a submarine.
I'd like to commend each and every one of you for a job well done. I'd like to especially commend Sergeant Carter and his patrol for pulling off one of the most daring maneuvers ever recorded in training exercises. The Marine Corps has done much in its long and illustrious history, but never before has a sub been captured by a handful of Marines in a rubber boat. If that sub had been operating during the landings, it could have been a disaster. As it turned out, the operation was a huge success. Again, congratulations to all of you. Carry on.
Hey, Sergeant Carter, I bet you get a promotion out of this.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, I'll bet you do. Why, they might even make you one of the... Hey, there goes that nice CPO. Hey there! I've been looking all over for you. Where you been, anyhow? I wanted to thank you for picking me to take that message to Sergeant Carter. If you hadn't, I'd missed all the excitement.
Oh, shut up!
Phone call, Sarge.
Yeah?
Who is it? Sergeant Persky over at headquarters.
Okay, tell him I'll be right there.
Boy, Sarge, you really keep this car beautifully.
Watch it, Boyle. Watch it. I don't want you to smudge it up.
I didn't even touch it.
Well, I know, but there may be some dust on your uniform, and that could get on the car, so just stand back.
I'm sorry. If I realized I was going to be in the vicinity of your car, I would have had my uniform sterilized.
Never mind the smart remarks. Just tell Persky to hang on.
I've got a ribbon if you want to wrap it as a gift. Yeah, I found him. He'll be here in a minute. Well, guess what he was doing? Right. You'd think he was married to that car. Well, here he is now. Hey, Sarge, who's watching the car?
Sergeant Carter here. What? San Francisco? What for? You're kidding. Okay, sure. I'll bring him back. Sure. So long.
What's up?
Remember that guy Franklin that used to be in our outfit?
Franklin. Sure. The guy who was AWOL for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, they found him in San Francisco. They want me to take a plane up there right away and bring him back to the base.
Hey, this isn't the first time he's been AWOL.
Are you kidding? He's been out and back so many times they call him Yo-Yo Franklin. But I'm gonna get him back here this time once and for all.
How long you be gone?
Well, I should be back tomorrow. Is the Jeep here?
No, Gordon had to take it into town.
Well, how am I gonna get to the airport?
Take your car and park it overnight at the airport lot.
And come back and find it all scratched up? The guy next to you opens his door against your car and makes all them little nicks and scratches. No, sir. Listen, why don't you drive me out to the airport and bring my car back here?
I can't, Sarge. I got guard duty.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Wait a minute. You would let me drive your car to the airport?
Well, sure. Why not?
I thought you had to be at least a captain.
Check the barracks.
Boy, you really go all out when you do something, huh, Gomer?
Take care of your things, and your things will take care of you. Keep thy shop, and thy shop will keep thee. You know who used to say that?
Benjamin Franklin?
No, Grandma Pyle. Did Benjamin Franklin say it too?
Yeah.
All right, you people, I need a volunteer. Slater, you're it. You have to drive me to the airport right now.
I can't, Sarge. I don't have a driver's license.
Huh? Okay, Gillette, you just won the prize. You have to drive me to the airport in my car and then bring it right back here. You got a license?
No, Sergeant.
Hey, Frisbee, you got a driver's license?
Sure I do.
Okay, let's go. You'll drive me.
Sure, Sarge. Be glad to.
What happened to your head?
Oh, nothing. I was just driving a Jeep yesterday when this guy in front of me stopped short, so I plowed into him.
Forget it. You're not driving my car. You got a driver's license, Pyle?
I sure have, Sergeant. I got a license and I'm a very good driver. I never have had an accident. I had a feeling you'd end up with me.
Yeah.
That's the reason I didn't say nothing. I didn't want to push myself.
Okay.
I'd be proud and honored to drive your car.
Well...
And I'll take good care of it, too. Keep thy shop, and thy shop will keep thee. You know who used to say that a lot? Grandma Pyle and Benjamin Franklin.
Pyle, do you think you could drive me out the airport in my car and then bring it right back here without anything happening?
Well, sure, Sergeant.
Swear.
Huh?
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure that nothing happened to my car, that's all.
Golly, nothing will happen to your car. Why, if anything happens to that car, I hope it happens to me, too.
Don't worry, it will. All right, you know where I parked my car. Meet me there in 10 minutes. Don't forget to wash your hands.
Golly. Looks just like a brand new car, Sergeant. You sure do keep it shiny.
Don't touch it, Pyle. I didn't mean to scare you. It's a thing with me. Fingerprints drive me crazy. Now get in. I want to make sure you can drive it. Now, what's the first thing you do?
Well, first thing I like to do whenever I drive a strange car is get the feel of the brakes.
Good, good.
Next, it's important to get the feel of the wheel in your hands, see how much play there is in it.
Good thinking.
It's just right, just the right amount of play.
Good. Now remember, these are the lights, that's the windshield wiper, that's a cigarette lighter. If you don't mind, Pyle, I'd rather you didn't smoke in the car.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Sergeant. I don't smoke.
Yeah, well, if you take it up, don't do it in the car. That's a directional indicator. That's the handbrake.
But honest, Sergeant, I know all that.
Well, it never hurts to go over these things. Now, are you sure you can handle it?
Absolutely, positively.
Okay. Now, move over. I'll drive. Okay, Pyle. There should only be 14 8/10 more miles on the car when I get back, because that's the distance from here to the base and back. Now, from here on, you're in charge of the car.
Right, Sergeant.
Come on, I want to tell you a few more things. Remember, cover the car with a cover.
Don't worry, Sergeant, I will.
And make sure you tuck it in under the wheel so no sand blows against the hubcaps.
You can count on me. I'll tuck it in just like it was a baby in a cradle.
And remember, Pyle, no speeding. 20, 25 miles an hour is enough for anybody.
I'll be careful.
And don't turn on the heater. It may make you sleepy.
I won't, Sergeant.
Let's see. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. Let's see. Don't turn on the radio. Don't turn on the heater. Don't go over 25 miles an hour. Don't open the vents or the windows. Don't jam on the brakes. Don't smoke in the car. Don't forget to signal. Don't drive one-handed. Don't race the motor.
Right. Have a nice ride back.
Okay, Sergeant, you have a nice trip.
And remember, Pyle, I'll be back this time tomorrow. I want to see that car the same way as I left it, right there where I left it.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I'll take care of it just like it's my very own. It's gone. Sergeant Carter's car is gone.
All right, now let's have all the details. Stolen car.
See, I was parked out at the airport.
Hold it. First, a few other things. Name?
Pyle. Gomer Pyle.
All right, Pyle. When did you first discover your car was missing?
Well, it's not my car, it's my sergeant's.
All right, let's try it again. Now, whose car was stolen? That's the name I want. The name the car is registered under.
Carter. Sergeant Vincent Carter. You see, Sergeant Carter went to San Francisco, and he asked me to drive him.
Okay, Pyle. Now, when did you first discover your car was missing?
When I went to get in it.
When was that?
Oh, I'd say it was just about, well, it couldn't have been too long. I'd say it was just a short time ago.
Pyle, I can't type all that in this little space. Now, just give me a time. How long ago was it?
Oh, I'd say about 10 minutes ago. Maybe 20. 30 tops.
But, Pyle, this isn't a multiple choice exam. Just stick with one answer.
I'm sorry, I'm just so nervous. Golly, do you think you'll find it?
Probably have a better chance if we know what kind of car it was. Now, what kind was it?
It's a Dodge.
What year?
1961, but it looks brand new. He keeps his car in real tip-top shape.
What color?
Well, I guess you'd call it a two-tone. It's white on the top and red on the bottom. Or was it red on the top and white on the bottom? No, it was white on the top and red on the bottom. Of course, the red was kind of a raspberry. Golly, I hate to rush you, officer, but I just got to find that car before Sergeant Carter gets back tomorrow.
Look, we have to fill out these forms. Besides, 80% of the time, stolen cars are usually found abandoned somewhere within 3 or 4 days.
3 or 4 days? Well, I've got to have it back by tomorrow. Go. What happened? Why you sound terrible on the phone? Did they find it? No, one sergeant's car.
Let's go.
Gee, is there any other place we could go and look?
Well, we'd just be running around in circles. The only thing to do is wait and sit tight.
But maybe
Abandoned
if we just
car
go...
reported in an empty lot on the corner of Fairview and Essex. Cars in vicinity investigated once. Abandoned car reported in an empty lot on the corner of Fairview and Essex.
Abandoned car. That could be it, Gomer.
Golly, maybe that's it, you think?
Come on. Sergeant Carter's car, isn't it? Could have been repainted, you know.
No, that isn't it. Or wasn't it.
Maybe something came in while we were gone. Nope, not a thing. Well, there's nothing to do now but wait. I'll call you if I hear anything.
Call me? What do you mean?
Look, pal, why don't you go back to base and get a good night's rest?
But I wouldn't be able to sleep a wink. Please let me stay here and wait.
Wouldn't do any good, kid. Why don't you go back to camp, get some sleep?
But I just gotta stay here till I find that car.
Look, Gomer, it might not show up for days, weeks, maybe never.
Don't say that, Duke. Bite your tongue.
Well, those are the facts, and you might as well face them.
But what about Sergeant Carter? He's coming back tomorrow, and when he gets off that plane, he's gonna say, "Where's my car?" And I'm gonna say, "Your car
we
was..."
know.
And he's gonna kill me dead.
Go on, pal. Go on back to the base. I promise to call you first thing in the morning.
Well,
come on, buddy. Get a good night's sleep. You'll feel better tomorrow.
Okay, but you promised to call me first thing in the morning.
First thing.
He loved that car so much, it was his whole life, and now it's gone. And when he comes back, I'm gonna be gone, too. You wanna know why? Because he's gonna get off that plane, he's gonna say, "Where's my car?" And I'm gonna say, "Well," I said, "I parked your car in the parking lot, but it was stolen." And then he's gonna
I want to see that car the same way as I left it. The same way as I left it. The same way as I left it.
Officer Doogie, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't sleep back at the base.
Want some coffee?
No, thank you. Is there anything new?
I just got in. Let's take a look. Well, what do you know?
What's it say?
Stolen car was spotted just an hour ago. Answers your description.
Does it say where?
190th and Maryvale. That's on the outskirts of town where they're building a new housing project.
Oh, glory be, glory be.
Well, keep your fingers crossed. Guess that's it over there.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. This is it. This is my car. This is Sergeant Carter's car.
Hallelujah.
And it's perfect. It's just perfect. I can't believe it.
You're a lucky man, pal.
And all because of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Duke, I gotta call Duke.
Phone booth over there.
Hello, Camp Henderson? I'd like to speak to Private First Class Duke Slater in B Company, please. It's an emergency. Hello, Duke? It's me, Gomer. Guess what? Right, We found the car. Uh-huh. Yeah, just this minute. It's way out here at the far end of town. And guess what, dude? There ain't a scratch on it. Ain't that something? There ain't the teeniest little scratch on it.
It's terrible. Just terrible. And it's stupid. Just no excuse.
Case of negligence is what I'd say.
Do you have anything to add to what the officer said, son?
He's been that way ever since it happened. That's why I came here, Mr. Gibbons. Is there anything you can do?
Well, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'll just turn it over to my insurance company. I'm certain that after 30 or 60 days, they'll be able to satisfy the claim. What's the matter?
You see, his sergeant is coming back today. He had the car all ready to return to him. If it hadn't been for the fact that one of your men left that crane unsecured. So, that's how it is with the lad. Mr. Gibbons, you were in the service once, I'm sure. Can you imagine being in a spot like that with your sergeant?
Yes. Yes. Come on. How do you like it, Pyle? If you do, it's all yours. Or I should say your sergeant's.
Shazam!
I never heard Shazam before, but I think it means he likes it.
I've made a lot of fast purchases before, but this one beats them all. What time does your sergeant due in?
Oh, golly, I just about got time to make it out to the airport.
Well, then get going.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Gibbons. And you too, Officer Dugan.
Better hurry, pal.
I almost forgot you got the keys.
They're in your hand.
Hey, Sergeant.
Hello, Pyle.
How was your trip?
Where's my car?
Hey, Franklin, you remember me, Gomer Pyle? Of course, you might have forgotten you hadn't been around too much lately, but welcome home.
He's not a war hero, Pyle. He was AWOL. Now, where's my car? Where is it?
Well, it's right over there.
Where? I don't see my car.
I know, that's what I got to explain. Maybe I better start at the beginning.
I don't care where you start. Just start. Where's my car?
Well, you see, right after you left yesterday, I went back to get your car, but I didn't really go back to your car because when I went back to your car wasn't there.
What are you trying to tell me? What is it? Where is my car, huh?
Well, your car was stolen.
Stolen? My car was...
Wait. See, I left the keys in it, but then I went right to the police.
Pyle, where is my car? Where is it?
Like I say, it's right over there. And you know where they found it?
They found it?
They sure did. It's parked right on the street, right near where they was tearing this building down. It wasn't a scratch on it. And then this big steel ball fell on it and just smashed your car to smithereens.
My car?
But the owner of the construction company felt so bad about it, he wanted you to have this new 1966 car with his compliments. So like I said, there's your car.
Free? Just like that? Then you ain't kidding? This is really my car?
For keeps.
Don't touch it, Pyle. Oh, boy. What a stroke of luck. What a stroke of luck. I can't yell at you, Pyle. You were lucky. And your luck was my luck. But remember, it was just pure luck. And that doesn't wipe out the fact that you were careless.
I know, but it
No
was just...
excuses, Pyle. You were careless. You never leave the keys in a car.
Well, I was just...
I know what you're going to say. You're going to say it was just a short time. But no matter how short a time, you never leave the keys in a car. Do you know how long it takes, Pyle, to just turn a little key in a lock? No time at all, Pyle. So you never leave the keys.
Holy, Sergeant, you know you're right. You can't leave a key anywhere anymore.
Where's my prisoner? Don't forget, Pyle, I'll catch the next plane out, so tell Boyle to take over for me. I may not be back till late tomorrow or the next day.
Okay, Sergeant. Are you sure that Franklin's on that plane?
Yeah, they radioed the pilot. He said they'll hold Franklin for me when the plane lands in Phoenix. Just my luck. He wouldn't jump a plane to San Francisco. No, he has to go all the way to Arizona.
That boy needs an air credit card.
Very funny, Pyle. You just get back to the base, understand?
Yes, sir.
And you just take care of this car.
Don't worry, Sergeant. I won't let it out of my sight.
Make sure you don't, because we wouldn't want to have this nice brand new car stolen, would we?
No, sir.
But we don't have to worry about that, do we?
Uh-uh.
Good. Okay, Pyle, I gotta be going. So long.
So long, Sergeant.
All right. Now, before we load up, let's make sure we got our signals right. This division has been divided into two groups for these war games. Our side and the enemy. The enemy will be wearing striped helmets and armbands like this. The games will be conducted under very strict rules enforced by referees. These referees will be located throughout the battle area. When we make contact with the enemy, the referees will determine the outcome of that contact. They will tag the killed troops with a killed tag, and the wounded troops with a wounded tag. All decisions of the referees will be final. Now, any man who argues with a referee will automatically be tagged killed. Is that clear, Pyle?
Yes, sir, Sergeant. And that's a real good idea, too. On account of dead men tell no tales.
Okay. Now, let's review the procedure on being captured. Now, if you are captured, the only information you will give the enemy will be your name, rank, and serial number. And remember also, if you are captured, it will be your duty to try and escape. Is that clear?
Aye, Sergeant.
All right. Any questions? I'm sorry I asked. What is it, Pyle?
If somebody should get captured, what'll the enemies do to him?
They'll try to get information out of him.
How, Sergeant?
Pyle, these are maneuvers. We're all Marines on an exercise. Nobody's going to torture anybody, if that's what you think.
Oh, well, that's good. On account I seen this war movie, Massacre at Midnight, and then the enemies took this captured feller, and what they done was they tickled his feet, and then they dropped water on his head and blew smoke in his face.
Pyle.
Well, he give him a whole lot more than his name, rank, and serial number. Fact is, he couldn't stop talking. They finally had to kill him to shut him up.
Okay, Pyle.
Of course, that can't happen here, huh?
No, Pyle, but don't give me any ideas. Now, they will not torture you or hurt you in any way. But they have other ways. They will try to trick the information out of you, and they're good at it. So remember, just name, rank, and serial number. Is that clear?
Aye, Sergeant.
All right. Hut! Dismiss.
Gomer, private first. Hi, Gomer, private first class, serial number 130-29300.
Pyle, what are you doing?
Well, that's my false voice. I was practicing, so in case I get captured, the enemies won't know who I am.
Hi, Gomer, private first class,
130. There's our objective, Sergeant.
The railroad crossing?
Right. Anything wrong?
Well, no, sir, but that's pretty deep in enemy territory. Seems like it'd be easier to hit their ammunition dump.
That's where they expect us to hit. If we surprise them and attack the crossing, we'll cut off their supply line.
How many troops do they have at the crossing?
We don't know. We're not sure. I want you to take your second squad and find out.
Yes, sir.
And one thing, Carter. Whatever you do, don't let the enemy see you. If they suspect we're after the crossing, it'll ruin the mission.
You can count on me, sir. I'll take a patrol out right away.
I'm depending on your second squad, Carter.
Right, sir.
If this mission fouls up, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Yes, sir. Second squad? But Pyle's in the second squad.
Hey, Sergeant.
Pyle!
I thought you was the enemy.
Get on, you knucklehead, down.
Guess I was a little too anxious.
No, you were a lot too anxious, Sarge.
There's an enemy patrol at the crossing. They spotted us.
Oh, no. We gotta get out of here. And guess whose fault it is? Let's go, move!
Congratulations, Carter. You really blew it.
You see, sir, one of my men got a little over-anxious, and what happened...
You put one of your men in charge?
Well, no, sir, I was in charge.
Then you blew it.
Yes, sir, I blew it.
You can bet there'll be more than a patrol waiting at that crossing tomorrow. Maybe there won't, Sergeant. I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself.
Thank you, sir.
At ease, Carter. The enemy thought for sure we were going after the ammo dump. They couldn't spare the men to guard the crossing.
Yes, sir. But how did we get them to think that?
With a decoy, Carter. We let them capture one of our men, and he accidentally lets it slip. We're going after the ammo dump.
I can do even better, sir. I've got a man who would accidentally let it slip because he would believe it.
You have a decoy?
A real wooden duck. Congratulations, Pyle. You really blew it.
I'm sorry as I can be, Sergeant, but I thought...
Didn't I order you not to make any noise?
Yes, Sergeant.
Then you blew it.
Yes, Sergeant, I blew it.
You ruined the plan, and you got me chewed out by the lieutenant.
I feel terrible, Sergeant, just terrible.
That's good. At ease. I'd give you another assignment and let you redeem yourself, but you'd goof that one up, too.
Oh, Sergeant, please let me do it.
No, Pyle. I could never depend on you.
Oh, Sergeant, you just got to. I done it wrong, so you got to try to let me make it right. Please, Sergeant.
Well, okay, just this once.
Oh, thank you, Sergeant. You don't know what this means to me. What I have to do, you just name it and I'll do it. This will give me a chance to...
Will you knock it off and listen? Okay. Now, we changed the plan. The enemy thinks we're going to hit the railroad crossing, so we're going to fool him. We're going to hit the ammunition dump, so we need one man to scout it.
I'll do it, and don't you worry, Sergeant. I'm a real good sneaker. When do I leave?
Right now.
Okay, and when I come back, I'll give you my hooty hoot.
Good. Hooty hoot?
You know, hooty hoot, hooty hoot. Like an owl. That way you won't think it's an enemy trying to sneak up on you.
Oh, yeah. Good thinking. Now go.
Sergeant, which way is the ammunition dump?
That way. You were going right. Just keep walking. You can't miss it.
Right, Sergeant. Don't forget. Hooty hoot, hooty hoot.
I won't forget.
Hey, Sarge, where's Gomer going?
To scout the ammunition dump.
Well, the ammo dump's over there. He headed straight for the enemy camp.
How about that? Our decoy should have been captured an hour ago. So next step, we hit the rail crossing. Now, first squad, you take the point. Second squad, I want you to... Wait a minute. Get on, you guys. No, impossible.
Hey, Sergeant.
I thought you were captured. I mean, I was afraid you were captured.
I nearly was. That sure did test my sneaking abilities, but I got important information.
Oh?
Sure have. For one thing, that ammunition dump ain't at all where we thought it was.
It isn't?
No. It's a good thing I found out, too, else we'd have gone busting right into the middle of the enemy camp. Did I do good, Sergeant? Did I right my wrong?
Well, almost.
Almost.
You found out where the ammunition dump isn't, but you didn't find out where it is. How can we attack something if we don't know where it is?
Well, I never thought of that.
Of course, if someone was to volunteer to sneak over to the enemy camp and listen, well, he might overhear something.
I'll do it, Sergeant.
Well, I don't know, pal. You'd have to get awfully close to the enemy camp.
I'd be glad to. To tell you the truth, I kind of enjoy it.
Well, if you really want to.
I really do.
Okay, then, go.
How'd the call work out?
Huh?
You know, hooty hoot, hooty hoot.
Oh, well, fine, fine.
I'll do it again when I come back.
You do that.
Thanks, Sergeant. Hooty hoot, hooty hoot.
Slater.
Yes, Sergeant.
Follow Pyle.
What?
You heard me. And don't come back until you see he's captured.
Sarge.
This time I want to make sure he's caught, so go. And when you get close enough to the enemy, make some noise so they can spot him.
But Sarge.
Go, go, go.
He's captured.
Are you sure?
Positive. I saw 2 enemy troops grab him.
Good. Well, let's see. At the most, it should take 30 minutes to break him down, so that'll move our mission back about 1/2 hour.
Sarge, can I sack out? I just double timed 3 miles.
Yeah, nice work, Slater.
Thanks, Sarge.
Hey, Sarge! Sarge! Hey, Sarge! Hey, Sarge! What we got?
Caught him a couple miles down the road.
Good work, Lombardi. Real good. An enemy truck, too. Get out of there. Come on, move. Get a referee and have him tag captured.
Right, Sarge.
Oh, it can't be.
I thought that was your voice. Will him back.
Kyle, what are you doing in that can?
Well, a couple of fellers had me for a minute, but I outsmarted them.
Huh?
Well, it wasn't really me. It was John Wayne.
John Wayne?
That's right. See, I seen this movie once where John Wayne was in the same kind of spot I was in, only it was Indians instead of the enemy.
Indians.
So I just did what John did. I says, hey, here comes the cavalry. And sure enough, they both turned around and looked.
Stupid.
So that allowed me time to grab one of their guns, and then I tied them up.
Just like John Wayne, huh? Get out of that GI can. How did you get in there anyway?
Well, right after that, I found this map.
Map? What map?
One of the troops had this map on him and had the ammunition dump marked right on it. And I figured it's important, so I come back here just as fast as I could. I seen this truck, so I jumped on the back and I hid in the can, and I guess it was captured, because the next thing I heard was your voice, so here I am.
Yeah, here you are.
But I sure hated to leave those troops tied up in the woods, but there was lots of others around, so I'm sure they'll be found.
Pyle, I'm proud of you. I really am.
Oh.
Of course, you reported the capture right away.
Well, no, I come back here just as fast as I could.
Oh, nuts.
Something wrong, Sergeant?
Well, if you didn't take them to a referee, we don't get credit for them. What a shame. Oh, darn.
There's just one thing I got to do then. I'll go back there and get them enemies and bring them back here.
Oh, I can't let you go back there. It's too risky. If you were tagged captured. No, I can't have that on my conscience.
But, Sergeant, you just got to give me one more chance.
Well, if it's something you have to do.
It truly is.
Well, then, good luck. Slater!
Oh, Sarge.
Follow Pyle. And this time, make sure he stays captured.
Head up! Good morning, Private. At ease. Well, tell me, how did you sleep?
Well, Gomer, Private First Class, 13-293 double off.
All right. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But what's it going to hurt if you tell me how you slept?
Well, actually, I don't see how it hurt at all.
Good, tell me. Well, how did you sleep?
Mostly on my back, sir.
Yes. Well, now, you see, no one can object to an answer like that, not even your sergeant. What was his name?
Gomer, Private First Class.
Sergeant's name is Pyle?
No, sir. My sergeant's name is Carter. My name is...
What's wrong?
You tricked me. You got me to tell my sergeant's name, but that won't happen again.
Well, forget it. Pyle, when did you have your last meal?
Gomer, Private First Class.
Hold it. Surely you can tell me when you ate last. That isn't military information.
Well, all right. Now that I think about it, it was about 5 o'clock yesterday.
Oh, then you should be a little hungry.
Well, I do feel a mite holler.
Good. Guard. Yeah. Hungry?
Yes, sir.
How long did you say it's been since you've eaten?
Yesterday, about 5 o'clock.
Oh, you must be starved.
Well, I am sort of starting to get the growls.
Oh, that's too bad. course, we can't hurt you, you know. That wouldn't be right. But then again, no one says we have to feed you.
The don't?
No. But we will feed you. All this is yours.
It is?
Sure. If I get what I want.
Information.
Who's to know?
You got a drumstick?
You got company, Pyle.
You, what are you doing here?
Well, Sergeant Carter got worried, so he sent me along to find out what happened to you. And I got captured.
Well, I sure am sorry, but since you're here, you might as well make yourself at home. You want a bottle of pop or a candy bar? It's all I got left.
Where did you get all that?
It's kind of a prize for being all mouth.
They bribed information out of you?
They sure did.
Oh, Gomer, that's terrible. You gave him information? Oh, boy.
Oh, no. See, they tried to trick me, so I decided I'd trick them right back. I let them think that they was bribing me, so they believed me.
How did you trick them? What did you tell them?
I told them where we was going to attack. I told them we was attacking the railroad crossing.
You didn't.
Don't worry, though. They believed me, because that's where they thought we was going to attack. They going to lay an ambush. Won't they be surprised when Sergeant Carter ain't there?
Won't Sergeant Carter be surprised when he is?
Oh, no, they're attacking the ammunition dump. Didn't they tell you? Well, didn't they?
Well, Gomer, when you didn't come back, well, they decided to attack the railroad crossing instead. So you see, you gave them the right information.
Oh, Duke. I feel sick.
Well, look, never mind that. We got to get out of here and warn Sergeant Carter. We just got to. No, that's no good. It's guarding. There's a guard outside the door, too. Gomer, will you cut it out? Yeah, that's a good idea, Gomer. Groan louder and pretend you're sick. And when the guard comes in, I'll jump him.
I'm not pretending. I really am.
Whoa, what's wrong?
I ate too much. I'm really stuffed, just like after one of my Aunt Nanny's Thanksgiving dinners. Oh.
You ate all that? Oh, no wonder. Guard! Guard, call a medic, please! Guard!
I think you'll be all right now.
Thank you, sir. I feel fine. I'm ready to get back to action now.
Well, you may be ready, but you're still a prisoner. There's a guard waiting outside to take you back.
Oh.
You can get dressed now. And I suggested in the future you eat your 3 meals a day, one at a time.
Yes, sir, I will.
Guard, the prisoner's ready now.
Sir? Doctor?
Hey!
Who's that?
It's a Navy commander.
I know, but what's a Navy commander doing up here?
How should I know? What counts is I'm a sergeant and he's a commander. We better see what he wants. Sergeant Mensky, sir.
Yes.
Can I help the commander?
Well, maybe you can. I was looking for the railroad crossing. It's supposed to be around here somewheres.
Yes, sir, it is. About 40 yards down the road, just over that rise.
I'm begging your pardon, Commander. You really shouldn't be here. We're expecting an enemy attack any minute.
Are you two fellers planning on fighting them off alone?
No, sir. We have 2 platoons waiting in ambush.
2 whole platoons?
Yes, sir. But we really shouldn't be out here in the open like this. Is there anything else we can do for the commander?
As a matter of fact, there is. You can tell your men to come out of hiding and gather around.
But, sir, the men have to stay concealed.
You asked me if there was anything else you could do for me. Tell your men to come on out.
But we're expecting the enemy any second now.
That's an order, Sergeant.
All right, men. Fall in. Come on.
Can we make this brief, sir? The attack? I mean, is there anything more I can do?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Kindly tell your men to stack their weapons in the back of the Jeep and surrender.
Surrender?
I hate to be deceitful, but all's fair in love and war, even if it is only war games.
All right, you heard him. Load the weapons in the Jeep. We're captured.
What's going on down there, Sergeant? Looks like they're loading their weapons on that Jeep.
Well, why?
Well, I don't know. But as long as they don't have any weapons, that's the word. We gotta sneak down and surround them.
That's it. Every last rifle, pistol, and hand grenade.
Thank you, Sergeant. You've been more than decent about the whole thing.
You're welcome.
Nobody move, you're captured!
Oh, good. First the Navy, now the Marines. If we're lucky, maybe we'll get strafed by the Air Force.
Hey, Sergeant, it's me, Gomer.
What?
Pretty hurt! Pretty hurt!
No, it can't be. It just can't be.
Yep, it's me, all right. You don't have to bother with capturing them fellers. They've already done that.
What are you doing here? Where'd you get that uniform?
Well, it's all part of a long story. You see, there was this Navy doctor...
Pyle, get out of that Jeep.
Well, I can talk to you just as good from here, Sergeant.
I said get out of that Jeep.
But, Sergeant...
Out!
If you say so.
What?
The Navy doctor was wearing a vest.
These are the citations for the war games thus far. Sergeant Vincent Carter for his brilliant strategy in planning the railroad crossing attack. Sergeant Carter. And for his successful escapes from the hands of the enemy and his ingenious espionage leading to the capture of 2 enemy platoons, a special citation to Private First Class Gomer Pyle. Pyle?
Begging your pardon, sir. Private Pyle is absent. This morning he was captured again.
Captured? After all that fine work? That sounds a little inconsistent.
Yes, sir. Well, that's one thing about Pyle. He's inconsistent.
Sergeant, what on earth is that?
Hey, Sergeant, wait for me.
That's Private Pyle, sir. I think the Colonel's in for a very interesting story.
What's the matter, Sarge?
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
What don't you believe?
I just came from Colonel Gray's office. He says that General Prescott's up in Los Angeles for a staff conference, and right afterwards he's due back here at the base for a general inspection.
So?
So, he wants a man from our outfit to pick him up and bring him here.
So?
Guess which man the Colonel wants? He wants...
Pyle. He's the best man for the job.
Pyle, sir? You want Pyle to drive a general?
Yes. According to his motor pool record, he has one of the top driver ratings on the base.
But I've got lots of drivers, sir. Truck drivers, a bus driver, a cabbie from New York.
But they don't have Pyle's mechanical aptitude. According to this report, Sergeant, he scored 95 out of a possible 100 points on the vehicle repair test. If they had some minor breakdown on the road, Pyle would be more than able to handle it.
Yes, sir.
And I'm most impressed with his record for punctuality. Now, that's very important with General Prescott. His nickname is Punctual Pete, you know. Now, the General's staying at the Chancellor Hotel on Wilshire Boulevard. Pyle is to pick him up at exactly 1500 hours this afternoon.
Okay. Now, remember, Pyle, I'm General Prescott, and you're waiting out in front of the hotel to pick me up.
Got you, Sergeant. I mean, General.
Okay, now let's try it. This is the staff car.
Good afternoon, General. I'm your driver, Private First Class Gomer Pyle. By the way, how was your meeting?
I mean, how was my meeting? It's none of your business. After you salute, just open the door and let me in.
Yes, sir. Just open the door.
What are you doing now, Pyle?
I was just dusting off the seat.
Dusting? You should have done that before you started out.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, now I'm sitting in the back and you're driving. Drive.
Yes, sir, Sergeant. I mean, General. How's the family, General?
What was that?
I was just asking the General how his family was, you know, to make him feel at home.
You don't ask the General nothing. You just drive. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Now, look, I want you to understand the importance of this mission. For 2 whole hours, all the way from L.A. back to Camp Henderson, the welfare of a United States Marine Corps general will be in your hands. Gomer Pyle. That's a frightening thought.
I know it's a big responsibility, Sergeant. Believe me, I won't let you down either. Is there anything I can get for you while I'm up there in L.A.?
Just the general, Pyle. Just come back with the general. Now, do you know how to get to L.A.?
Well, I think I know.
You don't think, Pyle. You gotta be sure. This is like any other mission. You gotta plan it.
Yes, sir.
Now, pay close attention. This is Camp Henderson, and this is downtown L.A.
It's hard to believe, ain't it, Sergeant?
What?
All them dots stands for cities and towns with people in them. People just like you and me. Having their ups and their downs, their good times, their bad. Happiness one day, heartache the next.
Pyle, will you knock it off? I'm trying to show you how to get to L.A.
I'm sorry, Sergeant.
All right. Now, stay on the Santa Ana Freeway till you get to the Civic Center. Then take the Harbor Freeway and get off at Wilshire Boulevard, and you're there.
Seems real simple.
All right. Get the staff car, get it gassed up, and take off.
Sergeant, we just finished morning chow. I don't have to pick up the general till this afternoon at 3 o'clock. That's more than 7 hours away.
That's right. Because you're not meeting just General Prescott. You're meeting Punctual Pete Prescott. You got that? Punctual. Always on time.
Golly, Sergeant, it only takes 2 hours to drive up to L.A. That means I have 5 hours to wait.
It never hurts to be early. Give me your finger.
My finger?
Yeah, we might as well make sure. Santa Ana Freeway to Civic Center.
Santa Ana Freeway to Civic Center.
Take the Harbor Freeway.
Take the Harbor Freeway.
Get off at Wilshire Boulevard.
Get off at Wilshire Boulevard.
Okay, now let's take it again from the top.
Okay, now let's take it again from the top. Hey, ma'am, you having some trouble?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid so. I was driving along, and all of a sudden the car went dead. I tried starting it again, but nothing happens.
Well, you got plenty of gas, you can see that.
I know. I had it filled when I had the car washed yesterday. With 15 gallons, you get a free wash.
Well, ain't that nice?
It's Hilly's Car Wash on Olympic Boulevard. They do a nice, clean job.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I really don't know what could be wrong with your car, though.
Well, I have a suggestion.
I've been pushing you for miles, and she just don't seem to kick over. It's probably your generator, and I think you better call a tow truck.
Oh, that's all right. I'm home now.
Home?
Yes, I live right over there. Thank you for pushing me all the way home.
That's okay, ma'am, but could you tell me where we are?
Van Nuys.
Where?
Van Nuys, the garden spot of the valley. Haven't you ever heard of it?
Well, I'm afraid I haven't, ma'am. But is it anywhere near downtown L.A.?
Well, no. By freeway, you'll make it back in no time at all. You just turn right at the next corner. And then you go 3 blocks till you get to the freeway ramp. And then all you have to do is follow the signs.
Thank you, ma'am. Just follow the signs.
Goodbye. And remember, defensive driving.
Nice. What are you doing way over there? You're supposed to be downtown waiting for General Prescott.
Well, you see, as I was coming off the freeway ramp, there was this nice lady standing by a stalled car.
And you stopped to help her?
Well, yes. I mean, I just couldn't leave her there standing in traffic.
Look, Pyle, I don't care if she was on top of a skyscraper hanging by her fingertips. You're supposed to be waiting for General Prescott at his hotel.
That's exactly why I called, Sergeant. You see, on account of my new location, I thought we better plot a new course.
Boy, give me that map.
Here we are, Sarge. Here's Van Nuys, right over by North Hollywood.
All right, we got you pinpointed, Pyle. Now, let's see. Here's what you do. You get on the Ventura Freeway heading east, and then you get on the Hollywood Freeway, and you stay on it till you get to the downtown turnoff heading east. Then you turn on the Harbor Freeway heading south, and you get off at the 6th Street exit, and you're there.
Okay, Sergeant. I've got a pencil. Go ahead.
Santa Monica? What are you doing in Santa Monica?
Well, I know I'm way off course, Sergeant, but believe me, I just couldn't help myself.
I gave you explicit directions. Why didn't you follow them?
I did, Sergeant. Honest, I did. But you see, when I swung out on the freeway, I got stuck over in the fast lane somehow. And then when I saw the downtown cutoff sign, the traffic was so heavy I just couldn't get over. I signaled and I honked, but it just wasn't no use, and I had to keep going until I hit Santa Monica. That ever happened to you, Sergeant?
Nah.
Here you are, Sarge. Here. Here's Santa Monica.
All right, I got Santa Monica, Pyle. Have you got a pencil?
Brutto cane, non guardi che fai! Che sei ciecato? Guardi! Che non guardi che fai! Che sei cieco, matto!
Are you all right, mister?
Yeah, I'm okay. You see that driver? He's crazy. You see what he do?
Well, he wasn't paying much attention, was he? Here, let me help you.
Nobody watching nobody no more. Driving like crazy. That's all they do.
Some people are careless. Here, let's get out of the way over here.
Brutto cane. Guardi che sei ciecato. Thank you very much. You, very nice. What's your name?
Gomer Pyle.
Gomer Pyle. I knew right away. You Italiano, huh?
Well, I'm afraid I ain't, but I sure do like pizza, and nobody sings better than Dean Martin.
I see you have a good taste. It's nice to meet you, Gomer. Thank you very much again, and bye-bye now.
Well, wait a minute. How far do you have to take all these groceries?
Oh, I live very close, only 10 blocks.
10 blocks? Sure was a lot faster than walking, wasn't it?
You're a very kind of man. Please, come in the house and meet the wife.
Well, thank you, Mr. Barbeller, but I'd better be on my way.
But just for a few minutes, huh? My wife, she always say, nobody helping nobody no more. People, they just think of themselves. I want her to meet you and show there's some really nice people in the world.
Well, that's real nice of you, Mr. Barbeller, but I just...
Come on. We give you a drink.
I've really got something very important I've got to do, Mr. Barbeller. I just couldn't.
Some more lasagna, Mr. Gomer Pyle, eh?
No, Miss Barbella, I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, you don't like it?
Oh, no, ma'am, I love it. I wouldn't have had 3 helpings if I didn't. It was delicious.
Then you have some more, eh?
Honestly, Miss Barbella, I just don't have any more room. And besides, I've got some real important marine business I have to take care of. thank you for a wonderful lunch, and it's been a pleasure meeting you two.
Wait, Mr. Gomer Pyle. I bet you know our grandson, Private Tony Colucci.
Tony Colucci?
Cara mia, how many times do I have to tell you? Our Tony is in the army. Gomer Pyle is a Marine. How they gonna meet?
Hey, Army Marine. Our Tony is very popular. He makes lots of friends. Look, this is his picture. So if you meet him, you know what he look like.
Well, he's a real handsome boy, all right.
Handsome? Oh, you should see him when he graduates from high school. Oh, if you only had time to look at all the pictures. And this is my sister Rosa. And these are all her children. Look.
And here, Gomer Pyle, this is my brother, Mario. He's a gondolier in Venice. Oh, you should hear him sing. A regular Caruso.
Well, now, I really want to thank you both for your hospitality, but I've got to be going now. If you'll just tell me which freeway I take to get downtown.
Oh, that's easy. You go 2 blocks from here, and you see the San Diego Freeway going south.
No. That's a long way. You listen to me, Gomer Pyle. You take the Santa Monica Freeway going east, and then you take the Hollywood Interchange.
No, what Hollywood? You want him to get lost? What's the matter with you? No, listen, Gomer Pyle, you go to the San Diego Freeway.
No. He don't know anything. You no listen to me. No, senti, meglio che senti a me, perché lui non sa, si perde sempre quando vai giù in città. Senti, devi prendere la Santa Monica.
Sì, Santa Monica, si perde. Ma che ti punge tu?
Ma certo deve prendere la Santa Monica, perché sennò è troppo lungo l'altra.
Ma io direzione mia, io sai.
Perché le tue direzioni ti perdi sempre.
100 anni che ho
Si vede con 30 anni.
Ma fratello...
Ma fai piacere.
Ma fratello, ero
Company B, Corporal Ball speaking. It's our man in Los Angeles again.
You talk to him. If he's lost, I don't want to talk to him.
Are you lost again? He's lost again.
Let me talk to him. All right, Pyle. What now?
I hate to keep bothering you like this, Sergeant, but I'm a little off course again.
Where are you?
Pasadena.
What are you doing in Pasadena?
Well, you see, I met this Mr. Barbella.
That's enough. Now, you stay right where you are. I'm going to come up there and do the job myself. I'm relieving you of this assignment.
Oh, no, Sergeant, don't do that. I can do the job. Honest, I can. Give me another chance, Sergeant. Just one more chance, please.
All right, I'll give you one more chance. But this time you drive straight to that hotel and no detours. You understand?
Yes, sir, Sergeant, and I won't let you down, neither. There's just one more thing, though. How do I get there from here? I'm about a half a block from the Rose Bowl. You know where they play that big football game every year.
I know.
Just think, Sergeant. If this is New Year's Day, I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near this place.
The map.
Colorado Boulevard to the Pasadena Freeway going south, then cut over to the Harbor Freeway, and then straight on in downtown. Hi there. Where are you going? On a hike?
Nowhere, I'm afraid. We're supposed to be on an outing, but we missed that bus that would have taken us downtown.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Is this the place you wanted, ma'am?
Oh, yes. We'll catch our bus right here at the station. Thank you very much for the ride. You're very kind.
Oh, it was nothing. But I have kind of lost my bearings. Could you tell me how I get to Wilshire Boulevard?
Wilshire Boulevard. Oh, I wish my husband was here. He's so good at directions.
Oh, well, that's okay. I know it's around here somewhere. I'll just ask over here at this guy's station. You all have a good time.
Hi there, buddy. What'll it be? Custom Octane, Golden High Test, or Supersonic Supreme?
Well, nothing, Hank. I don't really need any guys. I just wanted to ask
I know. You're here for the Lucky Country Contest.
Lucky Country Contest?
Yeah. Here's a card with the map of half a country on it. If you get another card with the matching half of the same country, we'll send you there, all expenses paid.
No kidding.
2 of our best customers just left this morning for Iceland.
That's wonderful. But to be honest with you, that ain't the reason I come in. I only wanted to ask you how to get to Wilshire Boulevard.
Wilshire Boulevard? 2 blocks up and turn right.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck with your contest.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second, Marine. You forgot your Demitasse cup.
Demitasse cup?
That's right. Just for stopping by. And the next time you come in, I'll see you get a matching saucer.
Thanks so much. I'll be sure and tell all my friends about it.
You do that.
Hey, fellas, where you going? What happened?
The last bus left 10 minutes ago and we just missed it. The boys are so disappointed.
You're at Disneyland?
I hadn't really planned on it, Sergeant, but those little fellers look so disappointed.
Now do you see why I sent you up there 7 hours early? And it still wasn't early enough? Knowing you, I should have sent you up there a week ago.
Believe me, there's nothing to be concerned about. I'm leaving right now. And by the way, Sergeant, I sure do wish you was here with me. The Matterhorn looks so beautiful, and the monorail, the enchanted castle.
Lyle, shut up! Boyle!
Hello, Sergeant Carter? It's me again.
Don't tell me, Pyle. Don't you dare tell me.
Well, I'm not lost, Sergeant. I just called to tell you that I'm right here by the General's Hotel.
You hear that, Boyle? I'll read it. What about the General? Where is he?
Well, I'm a couple of minutes early, so I just took time out to call you and set your mind at ease because I knew how upset you was. All's well, the end's well.
All right, Pyle. You made it. Now, you just go out to the car and wait for him. Just sit and wait.
Oh, I will, Sergeant. You can rest assured. Hey, there he is, Sergeant. There he is. It's him, Sergeant. That's the General, all right. And he's right on time.
Never mind the comments, Pyle. Just hang up and go get him.
Right, Sergeant. We're on our way.
Hey, buddy, are you driving that staff car back there?
Yeah.
Listen, pal, you gotta help me.
Could I get you a taxi, General?
No, thanks. I'm expecting a staff car to pick me up. Should be here any minute. Well, here he is now.
What the? Are you all right, General?
Yes, I'm all right, but I can't say the same for the Marine driving that car. Where's the phone?
Right here.
What are you so nervous about, Sarge? Why don't you sit down and relax?
I can't relax. I can't relax until Pyle drives up here with that General. Do you mind?
I don't know what you're so worried about. Pyle just called. He said he saw the General. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong with Pyle? He could run him over. He could slam the door on his fingers. Oh, lots of things.
As you were. Sergeant, have you heard from Private Pyle at all?
As a matter of fact, I have, sir, several times. It seems he got lost, but there's nothing to worry about, sir. The last time I heard from him, he was at the hotel right on time.
Very interesting. I just got a phone call from General Prescott. The staff car took off without him.
Without the General?
That's right. And it nearly knocked him down in the process. What got into Pyle?
I can't understand it, sir. Unless it was all that freeway driving and the smog. It must have got to him.
Well, General Prescott's fit to be tied. If we don't do something, Sergeant, there'll be fallout from here back to the Pentagon.
Yes, sir. I'll get another man on it right away. PFC Hummel. He's a very trustworthy man.
No, this is too important. You and I better get up there ourselves and hope for the best. My car's outside.
Yes, sir.
Well, Sergeant, what is it? Where's General Prescott?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, sir. I can hardly believe it myself.
What is it? Out with it.
Well, General Prescott, sir, he just left for the hospital.
Hospital?
Oh, no. He probably stood outside so long he got sunstroke.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
General Prescott.
And Pyle.
But what are those policemen and that photographer doing?
Well, the General probably caught up with Pyle, sir, and had him placed under arrest.
Now, let's get one with just the General and Pyle here.
General Prescott, I'm Colonel Gray from Camp Henderson.
Colonel Gray?
Colonel Gray, Sergeant Carter, what a nice surprise. What are y'all doing way up here?
Sir, I want to apologize for what's happened today. I sent this man to pick you up, and I regret the unfortunate incident.
Nonsense. If Pyle had picked me up when he was supposed to, we never would have had the baby.
Baby, sir?
8 pounds, 9 ounces. Cutest little girl you ever laid your eyes on.
Pyle here is responsible for bringing her into the world.
If Gomer hadn't let us use the staff car when my cab broke down, we would have never gotten Mrs. Rodriguez to the hospital.
A quick-thinking man here, Colonel. Even thought up a name for the baby.
Eleonora.
Yes, sir. Good man. That's why we picked him for the assignment.
Well, it's almost 1800. If I'm due at Camp Henderson, we better get going.
Yes, sir. My car is right this way.
It'll be an honor to drive you, sir. A real privilege.
Well, thank you, Sergeant. But if you don't mind, I think I'll drive back with Pyle.
With Pyle, sir?
Yes, he did come to pick me up. I'm sure he'll be very good company. Coming, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
Pyle?
Bye, Sergeant. Have a real nice trip back, and don't forget to drive careful. I just don't understand it. Where could the sergeant be?
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder myself.
We've been back for over 2 hours, and the sergeant left right after we did. I sure hope he didn't run into any trouble.
Well, maybe he stopped for something to eat or ran into some heavy traffic.
Well, I sure hope nothing happened. Sergeant Carter, boy, are we glad to see you. We was just talking about you. Why are you so late? Is everything okay?
We were really getting worried, Sarge. You're 2 hours overdue. What happened?
What happened? What happened? Did you guys have anything better to do than nose around?
Yeah, but 2 hours, Sarge. That's a long time.
Yeah, that's way too long, Sergeant. Did you get lost?
None of your business.
You did, didn't you, Sergeant? And I bet I can tell you why. When you went to take the Santa Ana Freeway going south, you took the wrong ramp and got on the Golden State Freeway going west. Is that what you did, Sergeant? Is that what you did?
None of your business, Pyle.
Well, that's terrible, Sergeant. How come you didn't give us a call? Where's the map, Corporal Ball? I can show you exactly what he did. At that particular interchange, the Santa Ana Freeway and the Golden State Freeway, they kind of come together. And it's real easy to take. Fish, you got any threes?
I've got one.
Good. I got a book.
Gomer, are you sure you don't know any other game?
I know how to play old maid, but you have to have special cards for that. You need the rabbits and the firemen.
Play, Gomer.
Fish, you got any nines?
Fish.
Fish.
Fish, I got my wish.
Boy, what a way to spend a free Saturday. You know what I wish? I wish I had $10. You know where I'd be?
Where's that, Duke?
I'd be at that big crap game in town. It's been going on for a couple of days now, and there's more money changing hands than you've ever seen.
Yeah, I heard Sergeant Crabtree over in Company A won himself over $200.
200? I heard it was 300.
$300? Golly. Fish, you got any jacks?
Pyle? Is Pyle in here?
Right here.
You got a visitor down the rec hall.
A visitor?
Male or female?
Female.
Female? Hey, what's this, Gomer? You been holding out on us? She blonde or brunette?
Gray. It's his grandmother.
My grandma? You mean Grandma Pyle's here? Good gracious alive.
Gomer Pyle.
It's you. It's really you. Well, I hadn't seen you since before I left for the Marine Corps.
That's right. Over a year. You left exactly a week before Vita Mae Devereaux had her last spell. Poor thing.
Yes, and I'm sure sorry to hear about that.
Well, she was getting on. But you want to hear something funny? Vita Mae had a sister in Fort Lauderdale who died of the very same thing. Isn't that funny?
Yes, ma'am, that's funny, all right. But tell me, Grandma, what are you doing here? You never did write and tell me you was coming. Won't we come over here and sit down?
I wanted to surprise you. I'm on a trip, Gomer, up to visit Eunice in Stockton.
Eunice?
Your cousin Eunice, on the Beasley side, married that fella with the funny eye. Well, she wrote off for me to come up, and I thought, shoot, why not? And while I'm going, I'll kill 2 birds with 1 rock and stop off to see you.
Well, I sure am glad you did, Grandma. I'm just delighted to see you.
Gomer, stand up and let me look at you. My, how they've stretched you out. You look awfully thin, Gomer.
Oh, but I'm solid, Grandma.
I don't know. You look pretty thin to me. You know what can happen? You can get thin and run down. It could lead to the rickets.
Oh, Grandma, nobody in the Marine Corps gets rickets.
Well, you won't get them while I'm here.
Huh?
Listen, Gomer, I'll tell you what we're going to do. You go wash your face and brush your hair, and I'm going to take you back to the hotel and buy you a nice big chicken dinner. How does that sound to you? You're free to leave, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am, and I sure would like to visit with you, but I don't think I could eat a chicken dinner. I just ate lunch about an hour ago.
So what? You can eat again. Anybody flirting with the rickets has to eat often. You know what you can get from rickets, don't you? Bow legs.
Oh, Grandma.
You want bow legs?
No, ma'am.
Well, go on then and get cleaned up. You didn't finish.
Yes, I did, Grandma. I'm full.
If you don't finish it, they take it back in the kitchen and make hash out of it.
I just can't, Grandma.
All right.
You always did look out after me, though, didn't you?
I didn't want you to get the rickets.
You remember when I used to come by your house after school, and you'd give me fresh milk and spinach cookies, and then you'd tell my fortune with the cards?
Yes, we had some nice times, Gomer.
Sure wish you had your cards with you now.
What makes you think I don't?
You mean you do?
Right here in my purse.
Well, I'll be.
You want me to tell you a fortune now, Sonny?
Well, golly, be just like old times.
All right.
What's that?
Oh, that's just some slippery elm for gum trouble. And, possum hair for the joint. Oh, here they are. I ain't been using these much lately, since so many of the young folks moved away. It's mostly young folks like to have their fortunes told.
God, if I had some milk and some spinach cookies, why, it'd be just like old times.
All right, here we go. Now, keep your eye on the jack of spades, Gomer. That's you.
Well, didn't I used to be the jack of clubs?
Did you? Okay, then. Keep your eye on the jack of clubs. That's a good sign. Oh, yes, indeedy.
What is it?
A 9 followed by a 5 and a 2.
What's that mean?
That's 17, a lucky sign.
But ain't 9 and 5 and 2 16?
16 or 17. They're both lucky. See, they're in the favored circle. Anything from 15 to 18, especially if you're Jack of Diamonds.
But I'm Jack of Clubs.
Or Jack of Clubs. Oh, my.
Huh?
Maybe I better do this one over, Gomer. They didn't come out right this time.
Well, wait, Grandma. Does it say something bad? Tell me.
I'll deal them over, Gomer.
No. If something bad's gonna happen, you better tell me. It's best that I know.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you should know. But I don't know if it'll do any good.
What is it?
Gomer, something bad is going to happen to somebody close to you. Someone near and dear to your heart.
Oh, no. Hope nothing's gonna happen to you, Grandma.
Oh, it probably won't be me, Gomer. I'm pretty well protected by my charms. It's somebody else close to you. Who else is close to you? Somebody here in the Marine Corps?
Well, there's Sergeant Carter. Gosh, I hope it's not Sergeant Carter.
Well, it don't say who it is, but that isn't the worst of it.
It's not?
No. The worst of it is, whatever's going to happen to your friend is going to be your fault.
My fault?
What is this? A barracks or a pig pen? It's really hard to tell. I see Marines, but then again, it might be just pigs in Marine uniforms. Did I hear anyone say oink? Did you say oink, Miller? Did you say oink, Dobrowski? Huh? All right, I'll give you guys exactly 15 minutes. What's this? Come on, who left their shoe out in the middle of the deck?
Could be mine, Sergeant. What size is it?
What size is it? Pyle, when? When are you gonna get your head out of a locker and shape up and be a Marine? I've been lenient with you, Pyle. I've been very lenient. But I'm only human. I'm not made out of steel. When you joined the Marines, you came in a knucklehead, and you've been going downhill ever since. I've had it with you, Pyle. Do you know what I'm gonna have to do, you knucklehead?
What's wrong, Sarge?
I can't talk. I've lost my voice.
What?
Do you guys realize what's happened? The Sergeant lost his voice. And do you know who made him lose his voice?
Yeah, hey, Gomer, nice work. The sergeant lost his voice, and it's all due to you.
Oh, Oh, my. Grandma Pyle told me something like this gonna happen, and it did, just like the card said.
What?
Nothing. Oh, my good gracious.
What is it, Doc?
Well, it's not too serious, Sergeant. You've, strained your vocal cords. What have you been doing, Sergeant? Screaming a lot lately? Why do you do that, Sergeant? I thought after boot camp you cut down on your yelling.
I got this knucklehead that's...
Now, don't try to use your voice. You've overdone that already. Now, there's only one thing that's going to cure this. That's complete rest for 24 hours. Sergeant, I don't want you to say one single word until tomorrow. No talking, no whispering, nothing. Is that clear? Good. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Nothing.
Yes, sir, he's here, but he can't talk. No, sir, those are doctor's orders. Sergeant Carter strained his vocal cords. Yes, sir. Yelling at a private. He'll be taken care of, sir. Yes, sir, I'll tell him. That was Lieutenant Bradshaw. He said you ought to learn to talk softly and carry a big stick. And gargle a lot.
Hello, Sergeant Carter, may I come in? I just wanted to tell you that I sure am sorry about what happened. I know it's all my fault, but I just wanted to say if there is anything at all I can do to ease your discomfort, just don't hesitate to ask me. Get out before I kill you. Sergeant Carter? Out! But Sergeant? Out! And then his face got all red, and he couldn't talk. And it was all my fault because it was my shoe that he got mad at.
Well, the cards told you. Remember how the cards told you?
Yes, ma'am, and I just feel terrible, though, because he had such a fine and clear voice. Why, when he'd call my name, you could hear him clear from one end of the base to the other.
Oh, it held together. Want to see who you're going to marry, Gomer?
Well, looks like a Q.
Oh, no, that's a no.
I don't know any girl whose name begins with O.
Oh, you will. Peeling on the floor knows who you adore.
Right, Grandma. Well, what am I going to do about Sergeant Carter? I just got to do something to help that poor feller.
Well, don't you worry, Gomer. I got something right here that'll fix him up. Calabash root, good for indigestion. See, now, here it is. Yes, this ought to do it.
What is it?
My own mixture. Alum, molasses, and vinegar.
It's really good, huh?
Good. Wendell Kiefer took this all the years he sang in the church choir. You remember Wendell? He always had a bottle in his back pocket.
Okay, I'll see if I can't get him to take some.
Oh, sure, that'll do it. Just get one spoonful into him, and it'll make him feel as good as new.
Thank you, Grandma. I'll do that. I'll call you tomorrow.
This is rotten.
Corporal Ball, is Sergeant Carter around this morning?
No, he's in his bunk taking it easy. Doctor's orders. What do you want?
Well, can he talk yet?
No, not a word.
Then I wonder if you'd do me a favor, Corporal. Would you give this medicine to Sergeant Carter and ask him to take a spoonful of it?
Well, what is it?
Well, it's a remedy my grandma gave me. She's practically a miracle worker when it comes to things like this, and she said it'd fix the sergeant right up.
Pyle, are you kidding? Sergeant Carter wouldn't take any home remedies, especially if it came from you.
What's that?
He's banging his shoe. 3 bangs. He wants his coffee.
But this would do him so much good. Maybe you could convince him.
Forget it, Pyle. He wouldn't take any of your grandmother's medicines, and I wouldn't suggest it for $1 million.
But back home, Grandma Pyle's practically a doctor.
Forget it. No cream. Pyle, are you still here?
I was just going.
Good.
Well, give Sergeant Carter my best and tell him the love of the whole platoon is with him.
Here's your coffee, Sarge. I'll get it. Hello, Sergeant Carter's office. B Company. Corporal Boyle speaking. I'm sorry, Sergeant Carter isn't able to talk to anyone this morning.
Well, that's all right, Corporal. This is Commander Snyder. I'm calling to have him test his voice. Put him on, will you, please?
Oh, yes, sir, Commander. Hey, Sarge, doctor's on the phone. He wants to talk to you. He'll be here in a second, sir. Here he is now, sir.
Sergeant Carter, it's been 24 hours since you've used your voice, and I think you ought to try it. Now, don't raise your voice at all. Just take it easy and speak to me.
Hello, Doctor.
I've never seen anything like this before. Your whole throat seems to have puckered up like an apricot. Oh, it's nothing serious, Sergeant. It's probably just something you ate or drank. As a matter of fact, the strain is entirely gone, oddly enough. And your voice is back. I see no reason why you can't go back to work.
Back to work? With this voice? The men had laughed their heads off.
Yes, I see what you mean. Well, then just continue to take it easy. In a day or so, it'll return to normal.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Of course, if it doesn't, you can always join the Vienna Boys Choir.
Well, he's in sick bay. That's all I can tell you. Maybe he's getting his throat sprayed.
Well, is it all right if I wait here for him? I wanted to find out what the doctor said. Hey, Sergeant, we was just talking about you. But I wanted to find out what the doctor said.
Pyle, I think you better go.
Well, all right. But first, can you tell me if you can talk? You mean you can't? Well, I thought sure you'd be able to after you had some of Grandma's remedy.
What? What are you talking about, Pyle? What does that mean? After he took some of Grandma's remedy?
Well, it didn't work, so there ain't no point in talking about it.
Well, come on, Pyle. Let's hear it.
Well, Corporal Boyle said that you wouldn't take it willingly, so I took the liberty of slipping a little in your coffee this morning. Did you notice that your coffee tasted a little funny?
Boyle.
Well, it wasn't nothing harmful. It was just some vinegar and alum and molasses.
You put that stuff in my coffee?
Where's Pete? It's back. He got his voice back. It's back.
You lame brain. You numbskull. Out, 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 out. I'll get you for this. You see, Gomer, I told you his voice would come back.
But his voice sure is high, Grandma. Why is it so high?
How high is it?
Well, it's not even like a talking voice. It's more like a singing voice. You remember little Rosemary Pickett back home when she'd hurt herself? Well, it's kind of like that.
It's like Wendell Kiefer. He had a beautiful voice after one good dose. In fact, some folks thought he sounded like a boy soprano. That's what they said. He sounded like a 56-year-old boy soprano.
Well, the sergeant sure is high.
Well, that's right. That's the way it's supposed to be. Later on, it'll come down.
Well, high or low, it sure is good to hear his voice again, and it's all because of you.
Oh, it's nothing, Gomer, nothing. Had you finished with your tea, Gomer?
Yes, ma'am, and it sure was good. Thank you. I guess I better be getting back to the base now.
Oh, Gomer, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Your tea leaves, the way they're arranged. You stay here, Gomer. You can't leave this room.
What's wrong?
There's danger lurking. There's danger for anyone who's Taurus the Bull. And you're Taurus, ain't you, April the 26th?
No, ma'am, not me, Grandma. My birthday's February 26th.
Pisces. Thank goodness. Because these leaves tell there's terrible danger today for anyone who's Taurus the Bull. You know anyone who's Taurus the Bull? Anyone born in May?
Well, there's my sergeant. Sergeant Carter, he was born May 4th.
May 4th. Gomer, are you sure?
Yes, ma'am. Why?
Sergeant Carter is the bull.
Really? He's Taurus the Bull?
He's as Taurus as you can get.
Holy.
Gomer, you better warn him. Tell him to stay right where he is. Because if he don't...
Sarge, we gotta find some place for you to relax. Now, you need... Hey, I got a great idea. Why don't you go to that crap game in town, huh? Did you hear about that, Vince? Sergeant Crabtree won over $400.
You want me to bet with this voice? You want me to say, shoot, I got you faded? Come on, little Joe from Kokomo. With this voice, they'll laugh me out of there.
You don't have to talk, Vince. All you have to do is shake the dice and throw your money out. Vince, you need something to take your mind off things. Hey, maybe you'll win a potful besides. Wouldn't that be something? Without saying a word, you come home the big winner? What do you say? Come on, it'll do you good. Win or lose, it'll do you good. Attaboy, Sarge. Go get dressed and go. Anybody ask any questions, tell him he got laryngitis and can't talk.
Yeah.
Good, Sarge, good.
Corporal Boyle, is Sergeant Carter here? I got to see him right away.
Well, he better not see you, Pyle. He'll break you right in half after what you did to him this morning.
But where is he? Is he here?
Pyle, you want to stay alive? Keep away from him.
But where is he? What's he doing?
He's getting cleaned up, okay?
What for? Why is he getting cleaned up?
Because he's going into town, Pyle, if that's all right with you.
Oh, no, he is? But he can't do that.
Pyle, you better get out of here. If he sees you, he's going to blow a fuse.
Oh, my.
Tough break, Sarge. But don't worry about the crap game. It'll be waiting for you. They've been playing for 3 days. Yeah? What is it, Sarge?
My pants. Did you take my pants?
No. Why would I take your pants?
Well, what am I going to do now?
Well, why don't you just wear your uniform?
My uniform? To go to a crap game?
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, Sarge. Borrow a pair of mine.
A pair of yours?
All set, huh, Sarge? That wasn't so bad, was it? Just go into town and don't worry about a thing. Who's going to see your pants under a craft table?
Yeah, swell.
I guess you wonder what I'm doing with this carburetor in my hand, Sergeant. But I can explain everything.
You do that, Pyle. You explain, and then I'm going to kill you.
I done it for you. You see, you're Taurus the bull, and my grandma says you got to stay put or something terrible's going to happen to you.
What?
So I couldn't let you go into town.
You?
Uh-huh. I flattened your tire. I took your pants. Anything to keep you from going into town on account of your Taurus, and if you did, something terrible was going to happen. You see, it's a bad traveling day for your sign.
Are you finished, Pyle? Fine. Because now it's my turn, and I'm gonna...
Sergeant Carter! Vince! Hey, Vince! Hey, you didn't leave yet. It's a good thing. Boy, are you lucky.
Why?
I just got a call from Corporal Wood. That crap came in town. It was raided.
What?
Yeah, about a dozen cops came in and hauled everybody off to jail. Booked them all on gambling. Boy, if you'd have gone in when you started out, you'd have been picked up, too. It's a good thing all those things happened to hold you up.
But you were the one who...
Yep, it was me, all right.
But how did you know?
'Cause you're Taurus the bull, like I told you.
Holy smoke! That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
How about that? He knows I'm headed for trouble and...
Hey, Sarge, your voice. It's back. It's back.
Yeah. How about that?
That Grandma Pyle, she's a marvel, an absolute marvel.
Well, it sure is a pleasure meeting you, Grandma Pyle.
Thank you.
I don't mind telling you, you practically saved my life.
I'm happy it worked out the way it did. I know Gomer thinks a lot of you. He was sure anxious to protect you.
Sergeant Carter told me he used to never believe in things like fortune telling and good luck charms. But you sure changed your mind now, hadn't you, Sergeant?
Well, what can I say? Look what it did for me.
Well, I'm going to be leaving this afternoon, so I just wanted you boys to have these.
What's that?
Hawk's toes. Wear these around your neck, and you don't ever have to worry about having neuralgia, arthritis, pleurisy, influenza, or the grip.
Hawk's toes?
Here's one for you, Gomer.
Well, thank you, Grandma.
And here's one for you.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
I think I threw my back out.
What about the hawk's toes, Grandma?
Well, that's the only thing it doesn't cover, a thrown-out back. Now, let's see what else I have here.